Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Welcome
strangers.
to the very scuffed stream of the Adventures of Venuru, episode 9.
Don't worry about the being 21 minutes late part. Technical difficulties.
You know, it's funny, we're halfway through the original The Adventures Past.
Don't worry about that part either.
Let me just double check. Yep, alright, we're cool. Alright,
How cool are we?
if everyone would like to
Ice
introduce
cold.
themselves.
Alright. I guess it's top to bottom like as usual.
Yep.
Alright. Hello, I am Evan, and I'll be playing Astastab.
My name is Skylar, and I'm playing Elphus Pryekeeper, and I have a really bad stomach.
My name's Seth, and I'll be playing Morark.
Oh, it's my turn. I'm Nathan, and I play Raditz.
My name is John, and I play Rakkus.
My name's Jay, and I play Cyphus Willowblade.
His name is also John.
I'm
We
disappointed
don't-
that he didn't say John too.
You
I'm
failed.
not gonna say John 2, it's confusing.
Then say John 3.
How is that less confusing?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm playing Minecraft.
Okay,
Not
thank you
don't
for
worry.
telling me
Don't worry.
that.
Yeah,
Stop that.
he doing the juice
Stop.
world.
No, you stupid.
Okay. Anyway,
You're playing D&D now.
yeah, JJ, get off Minecraft.
I'm not on Minecraft.
You just said you were. You lie. Anyway. In the last session, the party learned of the revival of Ishan Cunnings, the guy they killed like 6 sessions ago.
I would be
Oh,
angry
shit.
if someone I cut in half was alive again.
Yeah, it was actually 6 sessions ago.
Who was here?
With new assailants. If you would like to know who Ishan Cunning is, he was the guy who was inside the well, and you fought with him, and Morark.
Oh my god!
It's like talking to a 5-year-old, I swear.
Sorry, I forgot the
Um,
name specifically.
Anyway, with
I
new
fought this
assailants,
In half.
and assigned the party to a new job through the Stardust Syndicate. The party
Well,
was
that
sent
guy.
out on their job. Notably, Morark was seemingly very pissed. His attitude shifted towards everything. And during the night, they were attacked by a parted plant-like creature which held dead people in its abdomen, and its buds on top of its body would open and eat its dead bodies to replenish itself.
Thank you for that graphic image.
With a werewolf that was
Terrifying.
also parted.
He was just there.
Very terrifying.
The
Dude, I thought the
party...
werewolf was running from it.
Nah, he was also parted. It's a parted zombie werewolf.
He got his hair parted. Nice.
The party then, a day after, approached Starport Bow. And we are starting about... You're on top of a hill that goes downhill, and then it enters into what you can see as a port town. The edges of it are lined with piers and docks, and many ships are entering, and you can see people exiting these ships. And what would you like to do?
So, we're traveling again, right?
You
Or
would
are we
be.
just
Yeah.
now?
Well, you're
Okay.
in Starport Bow, and you were told to meet with someone at the dock.
So we
Alright.
just arrived. We need to go to the dock. Let's just go to the dock.
You have arrived at your destination.
I like that.
Thanks,
idea.
Alexa.
Well, like, who are we supposed to meet? We're supposed to meet a contact, but did they give us an...
No.
Okay. So,
Well,
I guess...
hold on, we forgot to ask her name. Let's go back.
Yep.
How long was the trip?
I got
Like,
time.
2 days?
Let's go.
The trip was 2 days, yeah. Well, Do you seriously want to go back?
You forgot to ask for what the guy looks like, or even a fucking
mean,
name.
Yeah.
Why
what
don't we
are we
just
supposed
find
to do?
out?
Ask around?
Just
Wow,
scribe
we're
it.
fucking retarded.
Yeah, you are pretty much actually.
What do you expect us to ask around? Like, hey, let me buy
Like
the
normal people.
Real question. Why the fuck are we even working for Ashan? We should have just chopped him down right then and there again.
Is this in character or out of character?
Yes! Yes! Both!
Well,
Wait a minute.
anyways, so we're at Starport Bow and we have to meet a contact. Are there like any lantern posts or anything nearby?
Yes, there are.
Okay, do they have any like signs on them, like determining like which what ships dock where, or is it just like free reign? Just
It's
park
free
anywhere?
reign.
Okay. Well, I guess we start from big ship to small ship. What's the biggest ship there?
Ship.
God, that was lame.
Wait, should we
Hated that
start
joke.
big or small?
Start you.
What's the biggest ship at the port right now?
The biggest ship at the port. Currently, all of them are the same type of ship in that they are all trading ships with no real cannons or weapons on them. But I can enter a more detailed description of what Starport Bow looks like.
Nah, you're good. What?
No,
Is
but
there any,
wait a
like,
minute. No, no. I want a detailed description. Give it to me.
Okay. Well,
Right fucking now!
Starport Bow is a relatively beautiful port. Attached to it is a small town for housing specifically, and trades are made on the bow mostly. Many types of folk attend and live here, and the influx of ships tells you many things. You mostly see crates leaving rather than returning, and as soon as a ship docks, it hastily leaves with new cargo. On each dock, you can see that individuals with sashes similar to Rakis's, red and lengthy. You can see some wear them upon their forehead, or others around their torso, and some wear it like a belt. Hey, it's relatively beautiful. Okay, there's a lot of sweaty work.
Relative to what? Relative to what?
Time is also
Relative to you. That's what we're saying.
I mean, I do have a 7 in charisma, so you're probably not wrong.
I mean, if it's relative to me, then ooh.
The crew existing on most of the ships don these red sashes, and you can see also existing is what appears to be their captains, judging off of their long coat attire with the kind of pointed triangular hat. They instead adorn a blue sash with a finer triangular design pattern. Each captain also, exiting each ship, takes their hat off and throws it into the water beside them. And you see that each hat sinks into the water and vanish. Traveling further, I'll assume you guys, for the sake of not walking up to every ship and being like, hey, do you know this person? And then to get the response, no. That would take like maybe 15 minutes.
So I want to.
But we don't even know who we're looking for!
So I have a point that I wanted to be. So Aster notices the whole red sash thing with Rakis and everyone else. Yeah.
Yes.
Does Aster remember anything about this?
Like about his red sash?
Yeah.
He's been wearing it the entire time.
Hey,
Right,
Rakis. Why do you have a red sash like everyone else?
It's
Wait.
a status symbol for sailors.
Oh yes, you are a sailor. I completely forgot about that.
Oh, he's got the accent.
What an accent now.
I told you I'm working on it.
Thank you, thank
You
you.
know how it be. Sometimes you just go.
Oh yeah, just a little bit. A wee bit.
You all have a go right.
And now we can continue.
Here, I'll say Everyone roll a perception check as you walk onto the dock and peer around.
First roll of the night. Let's go.
Guess who's gonna get a really low number?
I got a 17 total.
I got a 13.
19.
14.
I got a natural 1, baby.
And Cyphus,
Bloody
if
hell.
you're not playing Minecraft right now,
Moment, I've got a great plan.
Oh,
Might need to
No,
roll.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Cyphus is asleep at the moment, so.
you guys are walking.
Oh, I thought we had the
He's
cart.
sleepwalking! Dude, watch out!
Oh, never mind.
Sleepwalking.
I thought we were in the cart still. My bad.
This happens every single time.
Wait, where is the cart?
12. I think I have a +1. So I think a 13.
I mean,
not
you
a
guys
12.
can be in the cart still and travel down the dock. All I'm saying is everyone's up and about.
Sorry. I was taking care of something and I thought we were in the cart. That's why I was just like, oh, I'm asleep. Probably not.
That's always an excuse. What did you roll, Cyphus?
13.
So, Ilphus and Aster, looking down the dock, you see near the forest's edge at the farthest point of the dock, you see a very similar to like if you walked into a tavern and there's that one dude just standing out. You see a dark cloaked man who is currently sitting on a crate,
Waiting
hood
for you
over his head, and he has a white mask that is entirely blank.
Alright, so Ash is gonna go ahead and speak up and be like, hey, that guy over there, he looks kind of like the guy we're looking for. Because he looks shady, right? I heard something about shady.
T-Racer here.
I'm working on it! I said earlier in the session I was testing out accents.
Sorry, it literally sounded like Tracer.
I'm working real hard on it, okay? Please don't shame me.
I'm not
Anyways, that's
shaming
what
you,
Ashton...
it's just funny.
So, does Morok notice the guy that he's pointing at?
When he points it out, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, does he look suspicious? Does he look like a quest giver? Or. Like, what would be a
as I
general-
Does he have a
described-
giant arrow over his head?
He's got an exclamation point mark on him! He's got a quest for us!
I'm asking
the guy.
And
Yeah,
the guy!
If he has an exclamation mark over his head, he either is a character of interest or he's just found you.
I'm just trying to figure out the
Oh, shit.
vibe. Holy shit. Okay, so, what's the vibe I'm getting from him, is what I'm asking.
The vibe,
Yeah, like, what kind of
He's-
vibe is
Give
he
me a
out?
vibe check.
his head is kind of looking downwards-ish. It's like he's looking at the floor of the dock. His shoulders are kind of arched forward, and his back is kind of leaning forward while he's sitting on the crate. The general energy he gives off is very creepy and shady.
Alright.
Is he
Well
slim?
then, after, I guess, getting that type of image, Mork will just kind of like look at Aster and say, "You want to go up to that creepy fella?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Be my guest." And he'll just kind of like pat him on the back hard enough to like make him jump forward.
He is
I will do
about
it.
like 120 feet down the dock, so
Oh. Okay.
We'll be fine. Go get him.
No, let's get closer. Let's all get closer, and I will be more than willing to start the conversation.
He's like, whoa, I'm not doing this shit alone. He's like, guys, come on.
What I mean, everybody needs to hear what he's
Okay.
saying. Am I wrong?
if everyone goes with Aster, unless anyone objects.
Mork will look for
I got shot.
other people.
No objections. I'm going with Aster.
Awesome.
Okay, so Morork, you'll look around. There is, in the kind of center of the dock, in between two piers, there sits a kind of stand that has a roof over its head, and there's a sign upon the roof that says Dockmaster. Very funny. It's very funny, JJ. Thank you.
Sorry.
It's because it's a sex joke.
No, it wasn't a sex joke. It's just like, could you imagine that dude like going on a date? She's like, "What do you do for a living?" He's like, "Dock master." It's like, what the fuck?
I just fucking got it.
Anyway.
Fuck docs.
Anyway. That's and
What's my character do? I forgot.
he's a heavily buff human with a white sash around his body.
White, it's not red.
He is heavily scarred and is talking to two red tieflings. One has a satchel over his shoulder, and you can see it kind of has a clip on it, or a flap over it that clicks. And he looks relatively very fancy. The other is in kind of a entirely black outfit, and has that kind of I don't know what you would call it, but it's sometimes you wear it to a funeral. And,
I didn't do the server things. God damn it.
it kind of goes on a female's head. I don't remember what. I don't
Oh,
know
the veil thing?
Yes, around her head.
A veil.
Both have black hair and are talking to the dockmaster.
Okay. So,
That's the
what I
only-
want to do.
That's other
Is that
than
what
these
I walk
shops, Morark, that are basically. Other than that, there are the ships entering the dockmaster and the shops.
Well, I'll go up to the dock master.
Okay.
That is, We're all
The
going
two
up to the
tieflings. So it's in the same direction. So you guys do travel for a little bit. Traveling further down, you pass by a kind of boarded together tavern. The sign that hangs down has the two words "Seas Churney," and that's not journey; it's churn-y. You look upon each dock you pass, and you see there's a you all pass by the dockmaster's stand. At which point Morar kind of breaks off and swerves from the group. And the two tieflings turn to you, Morar. They kind of smile and wave, and they walk away.
okay, so wait a minute. Is everyone not going to the dockmaster? Because
I mean, as far as I've been told, Morar is the only one who's interested.
What time is it?
It is about, since you guys got here, Tuesday. I'd say it's like 12
I'm eating.
p.m.
Cyphers is eating.
Okay.
Don't bother him.
oh, it's two different people. It's the dockmaster and then it's the Slim Shady guy.
Yes.
Slim Shady guy.
Yes, the Slim Shady.
You
guy.
like that, Jay? You like that?
Gotcha.
Morak, you walk up to his
what is this?
stand, and he says, "What business?"
Right, quick question. Do people come to you when they're, I guess, trying to reserve a boat?
Well, people generally come to me when they need to get their passing into town. When they need to run it by me first before they leave and before they enter.
Right.
Whoa.
Alright. Well, we're on a job right now for a man named Isham Cummings. I don't know if anybody, I guess you could say, is waiting on us.
I can't say I've heard of anyone named Sean Cummings.
Sean Cummings.
Sean Cummings.
There. Hold on. I mean, there's those shady people that pass by every once in a while, but I don't know who really Sean Cummings is.
Right. Thanks for being useless. And then I'll walk away.
What the fuck is up with this guy?
What the fuck? Is this allowed? What the fuck?
Do you rejoin
so-
with the group, or do you just... Where do you go?
Well, let's see. There's nobody else really that would pique the interest then, right?
Not necessarily, no.
Interest
well-
is peaked.
At that point, then yeah, Morik would just kind of follow the group, but hang back.
Okay. So I'll say Morak is like 10 feet back from the group as they're traveling forward.
More like 5.
Okay.
He's still with the group, but not like a far distance. He's not trailing them.
Okay.
Hmm.
You begin walking past a stable, of which Rakis and Aster recognize as the Pedals Quick and Easy Travel Stable, where you originally got your horses before they died.
No!
Okay,
I
get it.
remember the thing.
You
I'm
remember
very
this? Cool. Remember now.
No, I'm very sad because I remembered the horses.
You pass by there, and inside of which you can see the same old elf. And he's got wrinkles upon his... It's very strange to look at for an elf. And he's kind of looking down and talking to a really short, velvet red tiefling.
It didn't been disguised.
At
Kill it.
least 3 feet in tall, or 3 feet tall. Her tail is whipping around at a rapid pace, and there are folded black leather wings behind her. You can see also at her sides are 2 short swords. When you begin to walk past her stable, she turns and looks at all of you, and then closes her eyes and smiles and waves at you. And then she kind of begins to run away in the opposite direction you came from.
Well, that's interesting.
Like full on running.
I'm
or
going to
like
say that in
walking?
character.
Running. But it's not like I need to get out of here. It's kind of like, off I go.
Oh. Ass is going to be like, oh, they're interesting.
You can continue on down, and you get about 30 feet near the edge of the dock that borders the woods. At this point, you can see a kind of massive cathedral-like building further into the woods, and you can hear the snapping of trees, and you can see generally some of the trees kind of, the leaves atop of them kind of fall, and the snow goes with them. Or at least what's remaining of the snow. Sitting on the crate next to the dock's edge is one of the masked individuals with a blank white mask. Who approaches him?
I would like to approach him.
Okay. Does anyone else follow Aster up, or is it just Aster?
I've been following Aster.
I know everyone's been following Aster, but
Me and the boys
Aster,
approach.
like, is everyone approaching him, or is it just Aster?
Oh, so
Aster
you are
needs
approaching me.
Aster needs backup. All right, I need to make sure that
Um,
the boy has been bit by many a parted and
He's fine. He's a man.
No, does
He's
he?
a man. Don't worry about it.
Is he though?
hey,
Is he?
Aster.
I mean,
He's a man. Don't worry about it.
Aster.
Yep.
High or low?
What?
High or low?
Too slow.
haha, got him.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Did you say high?
Sure.
Okay, well, Morik will follow him.
Okay.
Back him up, baby.
Okay, so everyone but Cyphus, unless Rakus.
We got the muscle-bound
Like, I'll
men
follow him,
following
I'll be
Aster.
behind
And then
him
you
with
have me.
Cyphus, I guess.
Okay, so Cyphus and Rakus will stay behind as the rest of the party approaches him. He stands up and says, "To whom do I owe the pleasure?"
Hello, I'm Asta. I'm gonna grab his hand. Hello, I'm Asta. Asta Stav.
He's got the sexy
He
voice.
tried to grab his hand.
Yes. His right hand? Yes, his right hand.
He has no hands.
He will raise his right hand before you grab it and kind of put it back into his coat, unless you want to try against it.
I'm going for the left hand.
Oh. Well, who's the
Mark
left
will
hand?
intervene.
It was a ruse all along.
Mark will intervene and push Aster kind of like out of the
Come
way.
on!
Aster failed his dex
I'm
save,
rolling to save.
knocked prone.
I'm just gonna like
What is
not
that?
forcefully
Dex?
push him. I'm just going to like pick him up and move him out of the way.
I roll to say no.
Okay, so roll. It can. Aster, you can use Dex or Strength, Athletics or Acrobatics.
I got a
Same
natural
thing.
20.
Okay, well.
What if I got a natural 20? I did not get a natural 20.
With modifiers, with athletic, it'd be 27. Without athletics, it'd be 20.
Jesus Christ.
So
Fuck out the way.
Morik, using his stature, walks behind Aster, quickly grabs him with one arm and heaves him onto his shoulder.
Oh,
kind of-
put me down!
and then
I'll set him behind me, and then just
Okay.
like get real close to him and say, "Listen, with this fella, I wouldn't try that shit. Stay back." And then he'll turn back to the creepy guy.
Aster's gonna start pouting. Just wanted a friend.
You don't owe the pleasure to nobody. Very simple. You work for Ishan.
Mark, don't be
By
so
the way,
rude.
Oh.
While this happens, before we continue, I'd like to continue to like watch around and be on alert from a far distance.
Okay. Would you like to roll general perception check?
Sure. Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay.
I do one too.
Oh, that's a 12. That's not
Yeah, Rakus, you can do one too.
Please get higher than 12.
Ooh,
3.
21.
Ooh.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. You're so much better than me.
Ooh.
So hold on.
It's like this sucks dick, bro. He's like, I can't do anything.
Rakus, as
Don't
you're
worry
looking around, you kind of turn your head down one of the alleyways, at which you can actually see a brothel further down the alleyway.
Oh no.
That's important
Oh, yes.
information.
I didn't message you it, but yeah, I'll do a real quick
Wait,
cool thing.
Does Cyphers also see the brothel?
No. Mark has got a 21.
I'm just saying, like, if it's a whole building, how do I miss a whole building?
So I take it Cyphus isn't into bondage.
You see that brothel, and
Maybe
then
I
you
am.
kind of see at one of these small barrels that's torn apart and has holes through it. You see peeking her head around that barrel is the same short red tiefling, who, when you lock eyes with her, she bolts.
I
What's
just
she doing? The
nudge-
juice work.
I nudge Cyphus and then point at the red tiefling running away.
The small red tiefling.
Small red tiefling. Like a little, like young, or like just small?
Are they,
It's
yeah,
like-
are they young or
It's
small?
like if you cut off the kneecaps to a tiefling, reattach the feet to its kneecaps, and that's what it looks like.
What
That
the
was
fuck?
Way more gory than that.
Wait. So it's like Hank
It's like a
Hill's
midget
dad.
tiefling, okay?
Wait, does it not have knees?
It's Hank Hill's dad.
When
Not
a
have
dwarf
knees.
loves a tiefling.
No,
So,
dude, it's Hank Hill's
In
dad.
response to being nudged, Cyphus will look at the brothel and look at Rakus and just wink. And then he'll say this, he'll go, "Well, I get what you're putting down. You want to go to that brothel, don't you?"
No. There was the red tiefling again. She just ran away.
What red tiefling?
Isn't there a red tiefling?
There was a red tiefling. And he's just blind.
Oh. Earlier we
Soft.
ran across her and she ran away.
You just
I killed that.
Dude, that's Cyphus when he gets old.
Classic Vietnam vet.
The man to which what you said, Morark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Malachi, if you're so keen on being that rude to me.
I'm gonna cut ahead of Mark and be like, "Hello, Malachi. I'm Master. Aster Staff. This is my friend
Mark will
Mark."
turn to Aster and then say, "If you keep going on, I'll slap the shit out of you. Get back."
Come on now, Morok. There's no need to be rude, rash.
Right, real quick. We're just trying to be snappy about things. Do you work for Isham?
Yes.
Alright.
Well, perfect to the guy we're looking for.
Are you supposed to deliver us?
And yes, you answered the question for yourself. I was going to tell you, but I'll be setting you up with your ship. And he kind of pauses and he looks at Fiverr and the White Dragonborn, and he looks back at the rest of you, and he kind of lifts his hands into the air, waving them in a specific way, such as casting a spell. And he mutters an incantation, and like 5 seconds later, he'll say, "And the ship won't arrive for 4 more days, so you'll have to be patient."
Okay, what was his name again? I forgot.
Malachi.
Mal, how do you spell that?
His name starts with Al.
M-A-L-I.
He's a bad guy.
Ooh.
And he says,
Maleficent. I don't know any of their examples.
It's Malika.
That's not how you say Kai. That's just Malika.
Literally Darth Maul.
Malika my balls.
the way I spelled it was Malakai.
So instead of an I in the middle, it's an A.
Malika my balls.
My balls.
Thank you very much, Malachi.
And I suggest for your stay here, you can get a room at the tavern down there, the Sea Churneys. Explore around the place. I don't really care. Hashan wants you to do whatever he wants you to do.
Tell me, Malachi, how do you know Ashan exactly?
Why we believe in the same God.
And what is that?
The Black Hand.
Black Hat.
If you want to roll a religion check, you may.
I will. Can I also, when I overhear this?
Excellent.
Yeah, sure.
You're not overhearing anything. You're saying this out loud.
I mean, I'm next.
Shit, where did my dice go? Oh, there they are. They blended in with my bed because they're green.
What is that? Oh, that's an artificial 21. No, not 21.
That is a 16 because I have a 0 in religion.
So,
artificial
Good job
20.
on the cleric.
Cleric.
So, with both of you, you both think about it, and the name snaps into your head. The reference of the Black Hand. He's marked in many churches, and Aster, you only know this by passing around and hearing about it. Being to some churches yourselves that you don't know who they worship, you don't know where you were, but you kind of heard it in conversation. Mork specifically, or sorry, not Mork, Radis, you specifically, you know that he is the forgotten sibling of the family of the gods. He was cast out from the family due to a purpose that the churches currently are unaware of. He's meant to bring misfortune and the end of all things.
I almost spit my drink when you posted that.
Astus is gonna speak up, be like, I've heard of that god every now and then. In a few
Tell me,
churches."
what exactly attracted you into worshipping that god in particular?
Well, let's just say I was on the brink of death when I went to the other world and I saw those stars in the skies that are meant to represent, obviously, Tiana. I saw black hands soar over them and flow down to me and pick me up, and I was reborn. And there, a Sean Cunnings picked me up.
What the fuck? At the same time, Nash is going to be staring blank face, nodding while smiling.
It seems odd that entity of a god of destruction would be one to save you from the brink of death. Don't you think?
Well, maybe the god's just not as powerful as he used to be.
No, but it just seems out of character for such an entity.
Well, let me tell you, it didn't come at a price. Or it did not come at a... It didn't not come at a price.
It came at a price. This guy.
Shut up.
Didn't not? Wait, are you saying didn't not or did?
It came,
It
with
came
a
at a
price.
price.
Okay.
Let me use double negatives instead of saying phrase.
Hey, a negative times a negative equals a positive. Basic
He's
algebra.
right.
2
I
wrongs
know,
make a right.
I know.
That's not algebra,
But
that's multiplication.
The question is
Don't worry about it.
why?
Because, don't worry about it.
Anyway, to this, he kind of lifts the bottom half of his mask up, and you see that his skin it's burned and patched, and his whatever is there, the holes in his skin are kind of slowly oozing this black liquid that goes down his neck.
This is concerning.
And he puts his mask back over his chin.
Ash is gonna shout, "Holy fuck, are you alright?"
I feel fine.
You don't look it.
I feel wonderful.
Because as long as I know that the Black Hand is behind me, then I can't die. Nor can Eshan, nor can anyone.
Ash is gonna. Does Ash to remember the whole fact of us having Sean in two? I'm gonna guess he does.
Yeah, no, you all saw Eshan get cut
Yeah.
into.
Sean, Ash is gonna think about that real hard. His eyes are gonna get real wide.
Well, I suggest you get your stay at a tavern nearby. One down there should be subsequent enough for you grunt workers.
I'm just kind of concerned and disturbed right now.
Alright. Orc will walk away.
I
This
follow
is a-
Warark at this point.
Ash is gonna say, "Well, thanks for the help. Have a pleasant day," and be on his way.
Okay, so is everyone leaving or?
Yes.
Mark, so you said that there were some shops and such, right?
Yeah, there are a couple shops. Yes.
Okay.
Not
What
too
were the shops entailing exactly?
So there's a general store, as per always. There is the brothel down the street. There's the tavern, and other than that, that's mainly it.
Alright, I'll head to the general store.
Okay.
As
What does, by the way, just because it was interesting interaction, Cyphus and Rakis, do you follow the group, or does Cyphus want to go to the brothel?
Cyphus isn't gonna move. He's just gonna wait for Rakus. He's finished his food by now, but he's still drinking water.
Okay.
Since the
also-
party's leaving, I'm just gonna go with the party.
Okay, so Rakis begins to walk with the party as you're waiting, Cyphus.
Cyphus will follow.
Okay.
Cyphus is popper.
What? Cyphus is Iggy.
Iggy, good on you. He's still.
That was not that funny. Mork, you enter the general store, and inside you can see hooks align most of one wall, as well as fishing poles and other utensils used for fishing. There also sits the basic amount of general supplies such as rope, and a sign that details how much rations are. And you see working at the front desk is a Triton who has green hair pulled into a bun. And you see he has a lot of scars among his face, and one of his eyes, his left eye, is missing.
Alright, does he have an eye patch?
No, he just holds it closed and he doesn't open it as far as you can tell.
Hold on, wait. I have a random question. Are there harpoons in this world?
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
Where would I find those harpoons?
Well,
You're gonna snag yourself a Triton, aren't you?
trident or a tritent?
Why not both?
Yeah, why not? Let's be a little bit greedy.
Why not?
Where's the treasure?
Oh.
Anyway, hey, what pleasure do you have here?
Right. You have a net.
Yes, I do.
Alright, what's the biggest net you have?
Oh, well, I can get you a, if it's a special order, I can get you a 10-foot big one.
So long as it can capture a group of people or something, that'll be fine.
Is there a net launcher?
I followed Morark, right?
Yeah, if people want to enter, they can.
I mean, I
specifically
follow.
I specifically said I'd follow Morark after this conversation.
He did.
I did not. I went back to Cyphus and Co.
I mean, depending on where I would find a harpoon is whether or not I would find
Cyphus and Co.
I want a harpoon launcher. It's gonna.
Harpoon guns don't exist.
Fuck! Well, there's my flame gun.
You gotta do it the old-fashioned way, with your hands.
It's just not.
It's also
strong.
known as a spear.
He kind of nods and he says, okay, I can commission it for 2 gold pieces, or sorry, since it's a special order, for 4 gold pieces.
I'll drop the 4 gold on.
He'll take it, and then he'll pull out a piece of parchment and write down a 10-foot net. This should be ready by tomorrow. It really shouldn't take long.
Alright, do you have any climbing gear by chance?
Let me check. And he kind of...
At this point, I'm going to lean up to Mork. I could probably attach some to your armor with a couple adjustments.
Mork will just kind of like squint at Raditz. Then
I'm a
say,
smith.
yeah, I know, but you have experience in making the gear?
I mean, all it is a simple hinge, is it not?
I don't know, and it seems like you don't either.
Oof.
He says that in character. Ooh.
No, Aster, I don't know where Aster is right now. That's a good question.
Okay. He comes back out, and he says, and he's got this kind of small pack with him, and it's dusty, and he sets it onto the table, or the desk, and he, well, I do have this, this one, I think...
Mork will take it as he's talking and like inspect it.
Okay, you open it, you find, what would be in a climber's kit in 5e.
Okay.
He
How much?
says, well, that's like an entire pack, so I would say 18 gold pieces. With everything
drop-
included.
I'll drop 2 platinum down on the table.
He'll take the 2 platinum.
And I'll say, keep the change and just walk out.
But did he even pick up the
Thank you.
Shoot.
And you leave. Does Raditz follow him?
Yeah.
Okay, you both exit as I imagine the rest of the party's waiting outside.
Mm-hmm. Asa wants to talk to Rakus.
Okay.
Hello, Rakus.
Hi.
So we're gonna be going on a ship overseas.
Yes.
Do we have everything we need for that?
Well, I assume once we get the ship, we'll see what it has. But I'd assume he'd prepare for us.
Yeah. Well, alright, then. Guess that's all my questions.
Okay. So, you can add a climber's kit to your inventory on D&D Beyond, by the way, more.
Alright.
It should be there. At this point, you actually see coming down the road is what appears to be a younger kind of kid
Child.
who has a satchel over his shoulder. He's got a nice kind of detective type hat on.
Very snazzy.
He's got shorts on and a plain kind of collar. It has a collar, white shirt, and he runs up to you guys and he says, "I have a delivery for workers from the Stardust Syndicate."
I guess that would be us. Thank you.
He flips over the satchel and he says, "This was from Mr. Germelia. He said to pay you. He said he forgot to pay you each 2 platinum before you left."
Oh, I forgot about that as well. Thank you.
And the kid walks around passing each of you 2 platinum.
Thank you very much. May I get your name?
I'm Reth.
Well, hello, Ref. I'm Aster. Aster Stab, as I shake his.
Your hand kind of encompasses his hand, like entirely, and he kind of smiles at you. He's got a couple freckles on his face.
Oh.
You eventually let go, right?
Yes.
Does he hold on a little too long, Aster?
Maybe a few seconds too long.
The second that I feel like after you've held on for a few seconds, Cypress will hit Aster's shoulder in a kind of way.
It's like, oh, hello, Sophis.
He'll give you a look like stop. He'll widen his eyes and raise his eyebrows, and then just go back to what he was doing.
And the boy at this point, at Cyphus showing up, he'll run and then turn the corner.
Cyphus, you scared a friend. Wait, how do I spell his name?
R-E-T-H. Reth.
It's just a kid. Shouldn't be out here.
R-E-F?
R-E-T-H. Sorry.
Wrath. Okay.
His family is.
Sorry, I look like a horrifying monster.
Oh, don't worry about that, Cyphus. You're beautiful.
Whatever.
I think you should stop talking, Caster.
Let's just get this over with.
Okay.
So where do you guys like to go next?
Well, real quick, did the kid hand us, hand their platinum and then come to us and hand us our?
He went to everyone and handed each person 2 platinum specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
At which point, what would you guys like to do?
Morg's gonna turn to Raditz and then say, "Hey, so why are you following me around?"
Well, look, we have some information about their group, right? This is the reason I figured it'd be a good idea to take Ashan's job.
Can
That
I
way we could
roll
figure out
perception?
what's
see if I
going
hear
on.
them?
Sure. Roll perception.
Can I
You
roll
talk over you,
perception?
sorry. I only rolled an 8. Damn it.
Can-
Are you
can
guys
I-
whispering at all or no?
Morg didn't.
Oh, you weren't whispering? I thought you were.
Well,
No,
I'm whispering at this point.
But can
Okay.
I listen in?
Right. So what we know, seeing that Ashan and Malachi worship the same god, Malachi said that as long as they are, they're unkillable. That explains why Ashan is back and demented. That in mind, seems like our next step in dealing with the issue is finding a way to either unimmortal them or put them away for good.
Well, why are we trying to put them away?
Why aren't you?
Well,
Is
because they're giving us
Ashan
money.
not- But isn't Ashan responsible for the parting?
Cyphus will walk up at this point, and does he hear the last thing that Raditz says?
Raditz, you trying to hide that you said parting and like all you're saying, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll say you can hear like the ing at the end of the sentence, but you don't really catch a lot.
Did I hear what Morok's saying since
Yeah, you hear what Morik is saying. He's not trying to hide it.
who are you trying to put away?
Raditz, I don't care whether he lives or dies. I'm just trying to get paid.
What happened, Morak? I thought you wanted to resolve the issue.
What issue?
The issue with the plague serving the church. I mean, what's going on with you, man?
The church?
At this point, can I walk up as well and hear the rest of this conversation as it progresses?
Can Esther also do that?
Sure. If everyone wants to walk up, sure.
At the mention of the church, Morok's face will just kind of like go blank for a second. Like it's like he's not showing any emotion. He's not happy, sad, or even neutral. It's just like a blank expression.
Insight check.
Insight on that insight.
I think he's trying to. Are you trying to like hide your emotions with that?
No, it's like he's turned into a statue almost. Like it's just a husk.
Is this allowed? Is this allowed?
What the fuck? This is allowed. What the fuck?
So, I take it you're reconsidering everything right now.
Morg doesn't answer.
What happened to your duties with the Church of Tiana? Didn't you say you were gonna...
Ilvis, and I sort of place my hand like on his shoulder. I think Morik's having some he's having a bit of a crisis right now. And
Is that-
that's on you, Morik. It'll take time to resolve these things, and that's okay.
So
He's
is
still
that
just he's still just like dead faced. It's like none of your words have actually resonated with him. It's not like he's reacting to anything you're saying
Yeah.
or doing.
Yeah.
It's like he's just a statue.
but he can still receive information. Question.
Yes.
Asked you
It
here.
doesn't seem like that.
Cyphus will walk back towards Raditz, but as he does, he puts his hand on his shoulder and whispers into him, and he'll say, "Keep an eye on him."
That's my intention. I whisper back.
And then Cyphus will leave.
Like the other conversation, or
Yeah, and he'll leave and look to where the kid ran.
okay.
Do you
Morak.
still see him at all?
you kind of look around the corner, which leads to mainly housing, and you don't see him anywhere.
Okay, thank you.
Ass just sits there and realizes for a second, I could have tipped him.
Mark, I don't know what changed about you all of a sudden, but the last thing I want is to be reminded of my father right now. Alright?
Again,
we-
it seems like it doesn't seem like nothing's resonating with him.
You said a while ago that we were brothers, and all of a sudden now you're just acting like none of that even matters. Do I even still know you? What's wrong with
After about like a minute of just like not saying anything, his eyes will just kind of like seem to come back into focus almost, and he'll just kind of blink and be like, "Oh, I have a throbbing headache," and he'll drop the climber's kit that he was holding, and say, "Oh, where are we?"
What?
Okay, something's off here.
No shit,
Cyphus is
nothing's
gonna
off.
walk up and
What?
hearing him
Nothing's
drop
off.
everything.
See, my man just blacked out.
You fucking what?
What? What do you mean, where are we?
Oh, no, I remember. We were traveling to Starport, right?
Do you not remember what you
No,
just said?
no, he
What
remembers.
I just...
He remembers, Elphys. What's going on?
Remember what? Like, we were talking, but
Everything. You remember everything because
Do you
started
remember
acting
Mal-
like this.
wait, hold on. One thing at a time. All I remember is we received the job. I can't remember from, but that we had to go to Starport Bow, and that's where we are.
Ishan.
No.
Do you not know
I have
what
to
you just
go to-
talked about?
What?
I
Well-
cut that man in half. There's no way that he could
He's
still be
alive. He is the one who gave us this job. What we found out is the god that he's worshipping, the Black Hand, has been reviving his followers.
It's essentially the plague you were trying to get rid of.
Directly to Cyphus, since he was the one that noticed this earlier. You see that his tusks have grown like to the regular size that you're used to once more.
What's wrong with your tusks?
What do you mean? My tusks are smaller, but I'm half orc, no?
Yeah, but they were bigger earlier. What was that?
I don't recall any such thing.
Okay, you may not remember it, but you acted. Your voice got deeper. You talked like this, and you were brooding, and it was weird. And you
Yeah.
blew all of us off. You did not care. You left. You almost left without Raditz. What's
Is
going
this
on?
some kind of joke?
It's no joke.
This is an intervention.
This is an intervention.
At this point, Fiver and the Dragonborn will walk up to Raditz. Fiver will say, Raditz, I would like to take your cart and mine and take it to the stables. I'll pay for the renting out of the stay at the stables.
Thank you, Fiver. It's much appreciated, but I can cover the rent for the place if necessary. I don't want to put
I
it.
have a climber's kit.
You just purchased it, Mora.
Okay.
I offered to build one into your.
Morak, more like moron.
But you specifically said that.
Does he hear
it didn't
this?
seem like-
Does Disaster hear that?
Did anyone hear what he just said? Morak, more like moron, am I right, guys?
Was that in character or out of character?
Yeah, it was in character.
He
Yeah,
said it in character.
that was in character.
Cyphus!
So did Morak hear that?
He kind of didn't say it out loud, and he kind of said it to have Raditz hide it through him talking to Fiver, but it wasn't incredibly quiet.
Cyphus!
Alright. Mark would just kind of like glance over at Cyphus and almost just kind of like shake his head like, whatever.
Oh, Cyphus.
Fiver will take the
Bum.
Fiver will take the carts and the horses, and he'll look at Raditz and say, No, don't worry about the pay. I'll handle it. After all, I have gold. I don't really have anything to spend on with it, so.
Cyphus will
Hey,
turn to
Fiverr, you really need to learn how to keep yourself out of trouble, okay, bud?
Yeah,
We don't need you almost dying again.
I'll try to. If possible, I'd like to talk to you all at the bar at the tavern tonight about something.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We'll be right. We'll be there.
And Fivor and the Dragonborn, which the Dragonborn, Jinfris will walk over to Ilphis, who's still holding the baby kobold.
No, don't do it.
And Jinfris will kind of reach out his hands and he'll say, can I have my compatriot back, please?
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want. Yeah. Where is the baby right now?
The baby is in your hands.
Yeah, I will give the baby.
No.
Shut up,
Um,
Evan.
He will turn to Ilphis, who is holding the baby.
the Dragonborn kind of
Where's
picks...
the baby?
The Dragonborn picks up the baby, and the baby with its tiny little arms reaches out to Ilphis and kind of whines and cries.
Cyphus will say it, hearing the baby cry. I think it wants Ilphis.
I agree with what Cyphers just said.
I cast silence on the baby. No, I'm kidding.
I cast mending on its lips.
No.
Bro, you gotta use shining diamond on those lips, bro.
The Dragonborn will pick up its orb and kind of put it in its hands, and it takes the orb and puts it in its mouth and begins to gnaw on it again. And it stops crying, and he says, I think it'll be fine.
He can't take. He can't take the baby growing up.
Ilphis in character, go fuck yourself.
I think you need to go fuck yourself.
He'll turn around and follow
I will not
Fiverr.
say that in character. I will not say that in character. I just want to point that out. That was a funny
No.
haha, please.
He'll turn around and follow Fiverr.
I thought he was turning around to fucking slap my hand.
Cyphus will also turn to Morak and say, sorry. It was funny at the moment, but I know you're not a moron.
It's okay. I mean, I know most of the stuff we do is in jest anyways, no?
I just couldn't find what rhymes with retarded.
But in
And
all
Cyphus-
seriousness, what? Did I tell the church about any of this, or?
No.
I have no-
As a matter of
I have
fact,
no clue.
what was so odd about it was we took the job from a Sean, and you were only interested in the money. And when I had told you just now about the idea of, well, catching them or something in that regard to do something about, well,
You went statue face for a solid minute, maybe a few.
It's part 5 spoilers, you can't say that, Sky.
That's why I said it to you only.
Okay,
I mean-
can we focus on the game, please?
Please, yes, please.
Oh,
If
well.
I said specifically we need to find a way to unimmortal them or seal them away where they can't continue with their black hand parting thing.
I don't know, just so
And-
much stuff is overwhelming right now.
Yes, it is. And we're concerned about you, Morark, because
Oh,
when I
don't-
said that-
don't be, I'll be fine.
no, Morark, you don't understand. When I offered to assist you with, your armor, you went so far as to buy a climber's kit, saying I wasn't capable of doing my job.
Well, I apologize. I didn't realize I said something like that. I don't even know that.
Exactly, and that's why I'm concerned. It's not you, Morark.
It's me.
We're breaking up.
Well, to
FNAF
make it up to you,
distortions.
do you think you can incorporate this kit into my stuff?
Of course, that should be relatively easy to do now, but that's not really what I'm concerned about. What I'm concerned about is your personal well-being. right now. Because if we have you go into
Sicko mode.
sicko mode, or if we end up getting, I don't know how to describe it. How would you describe it, Cyphus?
Wait, don't get weird on me.
I would say if we end up getting fucked up.
If we end up with negative Morark in the middle of a fight, or something like that, then that can cause some serious problems.
Oh yeah, I understand that, but I guess whatever it is past, no? I mean, I seem to be
Well,
better now.
Don't know that. It sort of happened very quickly, very randomly, and it's concerning, to say the least.
And not to mention the whole you stood like a statue for a few minutes.
Yeah, you stood still for a solid minute, just like a statue, not registering anything we were.
It's fine. We'll figure out what it is now, but later. Right now, we should probably go to the tavern.
Agreed.
Then,
Yeah, I feel kind of dehydrated. I feel like I haven't eaten or drank anything in a.
I have the perfect thing for you.
that's just. Oh, I have this now.
He's the fucking oats. He's the oats.
I use my decanter of water.
In the water.
All right, so he hands you and he opens this decanter and he hands it to you, Morark.
Drink as much as you like.
How much do you drink?
Well, first I'll smell it.
It kind of it smells like nothing
Water.
really. It's water.
Like
Okay, so it doesn't smell like the ocean or like seawater.
No,
Like that.
it doesn't. You don't really pick up any odd scent.
Okay.
decanter doesn't really run out, so that's what I'm saying.
I'll just drink until it's empty.
You fool! You activated my truck!
You
fool!
You guys heard about that case where like that woman died from drinking too much water?
You dare jump on me.
Eventually, it's gonna happen. Go to seawater and then just.
Well, how big is it? How big is it? How big is it?
It's a small. You can hold it in your hand.
Okay, well, after like drinking enough to have like realized, wait, this is too much water to have just been in here, we'll stop.
It's
Like
bottomless, Morark. You don't have to drink the whole thing. I'm just saying.
What does that what mean? Is that what decanter means?
No, that's the thing that you're holding. It's a decanter.
I thought of like.
It's a decanter of endless water.
Yes!
Oh.
It's cool.
I thought of like.
Neat,
Oh.
could I trade you this dust of disappearance for it?
No.
No, I actually want to use that for smithing purposes.
Oh, that makes sense actually, yeah. And I'll give it back to him.
I thought of like, you know that scene in Incredibles when Frozone's like, I just want a cup of water. He's like, he's drinking, and that's like Cyphus. He's like, I'm dehydrated. I can't use my shackles, and he drinks water and he gets his ice powers back.
Frozone, is that you?
I'm just Frozone, man.
Cyphus is frozen.
Because I imagine like, what if I pour it out onto the?
Where is my super
Because pour it, it just turns to
Okay,
ice.
we're getting a little off track.
Where my shackle?
Sorry.
How does Ilphus look like after saying all that brother stuff?
He's a bit shaky. He's got his arms held close to him, especially since he doesn't have the baby anymore. He looks like he's lost in.
I want to give Ilphus a hug.
Are you okay, Ilphus?
Yeah.
Giving
Definitely.
Ilphus a hug.
As Astra goes to give him a hug,
Don't do it.
Cyphus will walk by and push him away.
Cyphus, you want a hug? I give Cyphus.
I don't need a hug.
You need a hug. Everybody needs a hug.
You touch that boy, you die. How's that sound?
Whoa! Calm down.
Well, we are all friends here, okay?
No,
Well,
I know, but if you touch that boy, you die. I need him.
I'm not touching
He's
that.
mine.
What am I gonna do? Harm him?
Hey,
What am I
bro.
gonna do? Hug him?
I don't know what you're going to do to him. That's the problem.
well, we've been traveling together for what, a couple weeks now? I mean, I think it's okay.
Not like we fucking don't know each other. I'm just trying to get in the character.
It's just I don't know. Just Be careful.
Okay, I give Cyphers a head pat.
Don't
Continue.
touch.
I'm doing it.
If
I'm
you
doing
go to reach Cyphus, alright, I'm gonna swat your hand away.
Oh, okay. I'll give him a
with a hefty.
I'll
Just
give,
kidding.
I'll give him a I'll give him. I'm gonna use my charisma in persuasion.
You can. I'll say he's trying to do more of an action thing. So if you want to still like try to pat him on the head, roll like a dexterity check.
Okay, I'm doing that.
You have to roll against it.
Yeah, you can use strength or dex.
It's like dodge it and then you still just tap.
Artificial 20.
I got 7.
So Cyphus, you reach up and sorry, not Ilphus. Aster, you reach your hand up to hit him on the top of his head like a pat, and he swipes it away with his right hand, and it instinctively you swing your left hand above his head and pat him.
You are now
Additional
disarmed
padding.
entirely. He chopped your hand off.
Oh,
Beat.
So Cyphus, you get pat on the head.
love you too, buddy.
Evan, you're more furry than I am at some points. You know that?
You know what?
I'd like to roll
I just
intimidation.
thought I'd let you know that right now.
Roll for furry.
Hey, that's a 22 to intimidation.
Okay,
What do I roll?
Aster, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh fuck.
Ooga booga.
Oogla blue.
Oogala boogala.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Wisdom. I'm doing the green die. Let's go. Oh. So what is that? Ow. Nah, it's a 19.
Yeah. So Cyphus, how would you like to intimidate him?
Stare at him.
Thanks, John. Thank you for making very loud, like, farting noises.
That's exactly what it is, yeah. I'm just Jotaro in this scenario.
Yeah, he's just glaring at him.
Everyone's fucking Jojo.
So, Aster, he begins to stare at you and you get unsettled.
You can't move closer.
And, yeah, you don't want to really get closer to Cyphus.
And so, I will move closer to him.
Okay.
Take
Aster,
like 2 steps towards him.
We've been through this before.
I'm gonna call the popo.
so, Aster, he
Cyphus.
begins moving towards you and you take a few
Alright.
steps back.
Alright. I've sort of put my hand on Cyphus's chest. Aster, you need to respect Cyphus's boundaries. Cyphus.
I know, not killing him.
I'm sorry. Just
Gee, Don, I couldn't get him. Nah, my bad.
I only got 1 pet in.
I need more.
Right, let's just head to the tavern, get a room, get some drinks in us. It's been a long couple days.
I think alcohol would probably screw me up a little bit more than I'd like right now.
I think alcohol would help me.
What time
Uh,
is it?
Oh, it's about like 2. I'd say you guys like walked around for a while.
it's only 2 p.m.
It's only 2 p.m. Oh no.
Well, there's other things to
It's
do.
only 2 p.m.
We need to do more things. We can't just spend a.
Yeah, like go to a
Like
strip club, you know.
Oh no.
It's called a brothel.
We gotta be family friendly.
That's the thing. Lucky,
Yes.
when it comes to the brothel, what does the Church of Tiana think about them?
Also, what's the price?
They have signs by the door.
So it's not necessarily to the church. It's not a bad thing. It's not like it ruins the hope of other people. Actually, it's almost the opposite. In which to people who really don't feel great, it's good for them. So in a way, it's kind of.
The Church of Tiana supports.
So
us.
tell me if my interpretation's correct. If everybody's doing it willingly and somebody wants to go there, good. But if someone is being kept there against their will to service other people, then that's bad.
Yes.
Okay. How does the place look? Does it look
Consent.
kept
Does it look like there's slaves behind it?
Yeah, basically. Does it look like they want to be there or not?
Well, from what you can see outside, it is a stone building. There are 2 signs with hearts hanging outside,
And bars on the windows.
and a wooden double door.
You can hear the whips and chains.
Okay.
Oh, it's one of
Cyrus
those.
goes, I'm back home.
I want to go back home.
Mark will just turn away from it for now.
For now.
Funny.
Keywords.
So do you head to the tavern?
Yeah. Mark will head to the tavern.
Wait a minute. I have a legitimate question. Does Aston know what this a brothel specifically? Given he doesn't remember anything.
No, I would say Aster doesn't know what a brothel really is.
So-
Oh,
The baby of the group is going to have his first lay. Gotcha.
no!
You're
Got the
going to
birds
find
and the bees.
I just want to know.
grossest woman and all of that brothel to give to you. That is my goal. I'm gonna find the biggest and like most.
Watch your language.
I know I have to. watch
TOS,
that.
TOS.
Who's the biggest?
GF for Aster.
Something that Aster wouldn't enjoy. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Big
find someone
titty
that.
goth
you would-
GF.
Wait, so are you going to the brothel, Cyphus?
No, I'm not going to. We're going to head to the. We're gonna head to the tavern first, so we can get settled in.
First?
Gotcha. Okay.
Aster
So
doesn't like this.
He goes first.
I
everyone,
don't like this.
everyone enters a very full tavern, full of many people of different colors and appearances. It's very loud, and actually there is a bard playing a song. He's tiefling.
What are the lyrics?
So going to
Well-
Sing a song. Play the instrument.
Does anyone speak Infernal?
Nope.
No.
His abyssal.
Am I allowed to?
Arrakis,
do
do
that?
you
Add
speak
that to my
Infernal?
repertoire?
Yeah, I speak Infernal.
So,
Oh.
Rakis, this is what you hear. There's also a billboard of posted jobs on it, and there appear to be 2 jobs.
I want to know what they are.
The
Once
lyrics
there's a lady
are
from Stonehenge,
something.
Hello.
The lyrics are. I'm going to monotonely read it. The Sea Turner.
No strangers to love.
Oh, the Sea Turner. May he put us to rest and beat out the best. He battled the serpent of the sea. His story is a real page turner. He watches us now, over all of us, the true god of the sea. The Sea Turner, oh the Sea Turner. I'll toss my hat to you any day. Oh Sea Turner, oh Sea Turner, oh Sea Turner. Please bless us,
Sea
Sea
Turner.
Turner.
Classic sea turn.
Now, can you sing
See,
that
Timmy
in
Turner.
Infernal so that way we can pretend like we didn't understand any of it? Now, sing it in Infernal.
Inserts demonic gibberish.
No, it's not demonic. It's devilish gibberish.
He starts whispering and like enchanting something. We're like, okay, chill.
Kalima,
And the
Kalima.
bard finishes with one final strum of his lute at the end of the song, which is "Please bless the Sea Turner."
Well, that's not in tune. That's gross.
That sounded
Does not-
horrible.
Don't do that again.
That is
That was
tuning.
not in tune. I thought it was in tune. My bad.
Anyways. So.
Um,
So what does the general folk around this place look like?
many people you can definitely tell are sailors based on their type of clothing, which is very loose
Their
and
sashes.
their sashes. Some of them do have triangular pointed hats on. Some of them look very old. Some are elvish. It's a general mix of all different kinds of races. Most notably tieflings, however.
Rakis is gonna, or Mork's gonna look at Rakis, and then just kind of lean towards him and say, "You know, do you notice anybody here?"
Do I?
Anybody of like you would know?
Yeah.
Well, you actually do recognize the bartender. She is the woman you first met on your journey north to Lyvern. She serves you drinks. She's tall and voluptuous, human. She wears a corset and a black dress. Her eyes are blue and her hair is in a bun held together by a stick. She served you drinks originally when you were heading northwards with Aster.
What's your name?
Belfi Andros.
Let me write it down. How do you spell? BelPhi.
Not a single noun before that.
PHI.
Just BL.
Flea.
Bam.
And then Andros is Andros.
S.
Leffy. DROS.
But
That's the only person technically that you recognize here.
Okay. I talk back to Morark and say, well, I know the waitress. Her name is Belfi.
Belfi, all right.
No.
Is she the person we speak to for the rooms, or is there somebody else for them?
I'd assume so.
All right. Well, Mark will just kind of like, I guess, just walk up to her. Is she busy at the current moment?
She has just finished passing a drink to a person sitting at her bar, and she turns her attention to you as you walk up.
Sorry to bother you, miss. We were looking to maybe rent some rooms for the next few days.
Oh, that'll be fine. That'll be for each day. That'll be about 4 silver per room first. Then it's 2 silver a night.
Alright, so 4 silver payment down, and then 2 for the following nights.
Well, it's 4 silver per room you want.
Oh, then alright, I see what you mean. Well,
Every night it's another 2 silver.
what are
Alright.
going to be the arrangements? He'll turn to the party and look at them.
Well, how many beds is in each room?
That is a good question. How many beds are in each room, miss?
She holds up 2.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what size are they?
They're enough for 1 person.
Alright, so 2 people per room. There are 6 of us, no?
Yes, there are 6 of us.
Alright, so
That
there's
is-
There's 6.
3 rooms. I assume 5 can take care of his own. So we'll take 3 rooms, please.
Okay. So 4 silver first. She holds out her hand.
1 gold equals 10
10
silver. correct?
silver, yeah.
Okay, so he'll give her a gold.
And that's to
Wait, is it 4 silver per room or 4 silver like in total?
It's 4 silver per room.
Per night.
No, it's
And
you have to
2
first
silver.
buy the room, and then it costs you per night if you're a group.
Yeah, so he'll give her a single gold with 2 extra silver pieces.
Okay.
Wait, how many nights do we need to stay?
4.
Who knows?
So 2 times 3 times 4.
That's no. So there's gonna be 3 rooms for us. Each one of those costs gold or silver. So it'll be 12 silver, which is the 1 gold plus the 2 silver. So that covers the
Yeah.
rooms.
That's the
Yeah,
initial
then-
room amount.
Do we pay for the nights now or later? Because I would imagine
Yes, we pay for them now. So then it'll be
Yeah.
2 additional silver per night per room.
So yeah.
So that'd be 8 silver if you plan to stay here 4 days.
So Bart covered that, and then he'll step back and look to the party and say, "Do you also want me to cover the nightly stay, or?"
You already see Cyphus holding the silver. How
Oh,
much is it?
is that 24 silver total for every room? It's 2 individual silver each, yeah? Each room?
No, it's 2 silver per night spent there. You originally buy the rooms.
but Okay, but does that? But for so
What is it per
does
room?
each room? Yeah. So does each room be
Cost
rented
2
out for
silver.
2 silver, or is it just 2 silver for all 3 rooms?
So it's 2 silver if you're in a group, so it's 2 silver for all 3 rooms per night.
Okay. Okay. So it'll
Okay,
be
so
8.
Ash is just gonna give a gold.
Okay.
Well, Cyphus said that he was already handing
I
silver.
already was holding. Is it 6? So it'd be 6 silver, right?
8.
We're only staying for 8.
Yeah.
Damn it. Cyphus will hold his 7 silver and go. Well,
Ash is gonna. Ash is gonna cover the last silver. To cover more, but you know. So yeah, I asked him grab a silver.
Cyphus will hold his hand out with the 7 silver in it, and then he'll kind of move it towards Aster as he sees he's holding a silver. And gesture to put it in his hand.
I'll put it in his hand.
Then Cyphus will turn his hand to Morak and hand it that way.
Yes.
Alright, Morak will just hand it to the barmaid.
How much silver is it?
8 total plus the 8.
How many does Cyphus have in his hand at the moment?
I had 7. Aster gave me the last 8.
Okay.
The last one.
Well, I should say the last one to make it 8, so yes. It's all covered.
Mm-hmm.
So then he'll hand the rest of the 8, so that'll be 20 silver. Was handed to her.
Yep.
Math.
Pretty cheap.
I hope you enjoy your stay here.
Absolutely.
you.
Is she relatively
there-
attractive?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there room service or? And I mean that's like
Yes,
delivery of
we do
food.
have a room service person. His name is Julian Neural.
Would I,
But I said something. I'm not gonna flirt with her. Not gonna flirt with her.
Wait, we're in the brothel now, right?
No,
No,
you're
no.
in the
in the
tavern.
tavern.
Okay, sorry. I went to go get a snack, so I was sure. Thank you.
All good. So
I wanna flirt with her so bad, man.
what is the? I guess you could say cost ratio to. Actually, no. Just what is the biggest portion thing that you can give? Like food.
Like the
For
biggest
food.
amount we can give?
Yes, like
Digest.
one dish. What is the biggest dish you have?
I mean, for a basic meal, it's about 2 silver.
Per day. Per
What is
meal.
the I'll put air quotes around this next word, a premium meal.
If you want a premium meal, I'll say that's about 3 silver.
Alright.
Well,
Do you guys have a happy meal? That's why I asked this question.
Do you want a happy meal? I will get over
So 3
I think you
silver.
have rat-sized Happy Meals.
Do they come with a toy?
Oh, rats.
They'll drop-
toy.
I'll give her a
Elvis
gold.
mask.
I'll give her a gold and say, can you bring up 3?
Are you sure just 3? I mean, this is like
That's like 10
Simple
silver.
math tells
that's
me
5.
that
That's 5 persons worth.
Yes.
there's 6 of us.
Oh well, depends. Are you getting the premium or basic?
The premium.
Ah,
I will hand another gold
okay.
for the extra.
Well, hold on, Aster. Hold on. Let's not confuse her. so I'm handing her a gold right now, asking for meals.
Everyone just wants to throw money at this woman. Goddamn.
She'll
Yeah, she's
take
pretty.
the gold. Would you
Okay.
like change?
For the silver? No, what can I get for 1 silver?
You can get a drink.
We need drinks.
What do you have?
Well,
We have Mountain Dew.
we have the obvious water. We have wine, if you want. Liquor, any kind really. That's our most popular one. Or we have our own special drink, dubbed the same as the tavern, the sea journey.
The what?
I think
I'm
I'll stay
intrigued.
no offense, but I think I'll stay away from the tavern named one, seeing as they're usually extremely strong.
Aster's actually intrigued by that by the last one.
Let me
Real
add,
quick.
it's 1 gold for a sea journey.
Jesus.
The bottle or a mug?
A mug.
Alright. Do you have any mead?
Mead?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think from Skyrim.
Like,
Yes.
It
Ah,
got so
what?
popular
Sorry?
in Skyrim, they made it a real thing.
Oh, I thought you said my name is Scram. Sorry.
like alcohol, made more for a sweeter.
We can arrange that.
All right.
I rolled an 11 for my perception. Is anyone like looking at us? Anyone specifically staring at me? Since you said it's full.
What'd you roll?
An 11. Pretty basic, but
No, you do not notice anyone specifically looking at you.
Cyphus will sigh, then have his chains drop so where they just barely hit the floor, and you can hear the chains fall.
Yep. Can I roll perception as well, see if anyone's looking at me? Because, me.
Kind of
Sure.
famous,
That would be a 22. Unnatural.
So,
It's not unusual.
near the front door, at the table directly next to it, you see there is a red tiefling, kind of hand to his chin, leaning on an elbow, on the table. He is kind of studying your general group, and you look and lock eyes with him, and then he smiles at you, and he gets up and leaves.
I'm not gay, I'm not gay, I'm not gay, I'm not gay, I'm not... Is that it?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Ben's about to have 2 kings, if you know what I mean.
Shut up.
Duke. Oh.
After he orders his drink, we'll just kind of like head upstairs. Well, actually, he'll ask, what room numbers do we have?
Let me get you your keys. She kind of
Question.
crouches down underneath the table, and she comes up with 3 keys.
Okay.
Room number 4,
He'll
5,
take
and
that
7.
one, and he'll take. Okay, so he'll take all 3 of those. He'll hand Cyphus room number 5, and then he'll hand Rackus number 7. Alright, I assume, Brad, that you want to bunk with me. I assume Cyphus wants Ilphis to bunk with him, and
Yeah, I'd like to keep an eye on you.
yeah, I
Way to be
assume
discreet
so.
about it when I whispered to you.
That became a little gay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep my eye
Oh
on
no, I'm worried, you know?
it. No, I get you,
And then Aster and Rackus, I assume you 2 don't mind staying in the same room together.
Not at all.
No.
Alright. That seems good.
Cyphus will turn to Raditz, or Rackus, I should say, and he'll say, since you really don't need to sleep, and I kind of have an issue when I sleep, do you want to take Ilphis into your room and give him your bed, and then I'll take that room for myself so I don't freeze him to death?
Sure, if we want to do that, that's fine with me.
Okay, thank you.
I hear a
Don't hit the
microwave.
bomb, watch out.
Wait a minute, am I gonna be in the same?
Apologize.
Cyphus will, before the lady
the person who
leaves,
intimidated me.
Yes.
he'll say, are there chairs at all in any of the rooms?
The rooms come with desks and chairs, 2, each for the people staying in them.
Thank you.
Also, another
And then
question.
he'll give her a smile.
Roll persuasion.
Sure, I'm fucking great at that. That's a fucking non-natural 20, bitch.
Nay on him.
Okay.
Nay.
She kind of smiles back at you, and then goes back to work.
Does anyone else in the party notice? Snack that smiles back.
Do you want me to roll perception?
Does
I don't
anyone
know,
care?
did anyone see that?
I'm being very vigilant, so I think I should, look for it. Or anything, really.
Sure.
Not to brag, but I'm pretty perceptive.
I mean, Mark
I
is
gotta-
concentrated on getting to his room, so after he gets the room key and like says where everybody's going, he's just gonna walk upstairs.
All right. So Morik enters his room. It's just for everyone to know. When you enter each of your rooms, eventually, they're not like the best rooms ever.
Of course not.
there's like you'll find like one leak in the wall, but
Hole in the wall.
overall it's
Not again.
fairly nice with a kind of with a diamond-shaped window that accompanies each of your rooms.
Nice, fancy. And also, there's something that to ask a while ago, but was interrupted a few times. Did Aston notice that 3 meals were paid for while there were 6 of us?
I mean, if you do the math, sure.
Aston's gonna be counting his fingers this entire time.
Did that amnesia also remove your ability to do basic math?
Yeah, he forgot how to add. He got a real quick. And he's gonna be like, wait a minute, only 3 of us paid for it. And then he's gonna go over to the lady who he spoke to earlier when he
I'll
was
say
here.
at this
And also
point, Cyphus, are you after you look at her? Are you walking away?
Cyphus, after he smiles at her, do I notice that she's also walking away?
It's not that she's walking away. You're walking away from her because she works at the bartender desk.
Oh,
Or the tavern.
yeah, Cyphus will smile, and he'll look back at the party, everyone else behind him. His smile will drop, and then he'll just move to the room.
So, Aster, when you alone walk up to her, because I imagine everyone else is going to their rooms at this point.
yes, everyone is left.
Okay. When you walk up to her, you see her after Cyphus has left and she's working, kind of cleaning the table or her desk slightly. She kind of looks back at Cyphus as he's leaving and going up the stairs, and kind of looks him up and down, and then goes back to cleaning the said desk.
Oh my god, Sky! It's terrifying. Oh, Sky scared the shit out of me with the message he said. Oh my god.
Okay. I'm gonna take. I don't think Asta would know what that means. So Asta's gonna just make an assumption that the Cyphus has a not as cold heart as thought, because it looks like he just made a friend.
I don't make friends. I make enemies.
Wow, that was the
Well, been
edgiest
working-
thing I've heard.
That was pretty edgy.
Alright. No. Alright. Just like Asta's gonna just take a note of that, but not pay too much mind to it. Just be happy.
Sky, stop! It's scary.
And then
Anyway.
Asta's gonna be like, "Hello, Belfie, was it?
Yes.
Hi, I'm with the party that with the 3 rooms, and I noticed that my friend only paid you for 3 meals, and there's 6 of us. So, can you add 3 more premium meals to that?" As he gives her 1 gold, and says, "Keep the change, by the way."
Well, good, because it's exactly 1 gold.
Keep the change, you
Well,
filthy
no,
animal.
actually, it's-
Happy New Year.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Does Aster not realize? Wait, Lucky, didn't you say that the premium meal?
No, just go with it. Just go with it.
Yeah, wait, hold on, Lucky. Did you say
He
that the
doesn't
premium meal
understand.
field's 5 people?
Wait a minute.
Go with it. Please, let's just please go with this.
Let's go with
Please,
it.
please.
Go with it, go with it.
Please,
I want
dude.
to see what happens.
I want to see this retardation in action.
So, okay. Okay. Well, I don't remember myself saying that the premium meals fed 5 people. If I did, that was an accident. But it costs 3 silver per premium meal.
Meaning it's a 9 for it all.
Yeah. So,
But also, does the premium meal feed 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 5 people? Now I'm confused.
a
Thinking I'm like,
premium meal, if you bought it alone, is for 1 person. If
I
you
knew it!
spent 1 gold, it'd be for 3 people with the
Yeah.
extra 1 silver.
I knew it. I did have my math right.
So,
I did hear a 5 in there, though. I will say that. I heard a
Must have
5.
heard-
Yeah, I thought the barmaid said, like, really, because that'll. Aster trying to wait. That's tried to add a gold while we were conversing. You said the barmaid mentioned that it's like that'll feed 5 people.
That was my fault then. I think I was confusing things
It's all
with
right.
something else.
We can keep going.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
well.
that's fine.
Anyway, Aster, do you walk into your room with... Is he rooming with Cyphus now? Or...
So we'll walk upstairs. Are we up the stairs at this point?
yes.
Okay. When Cyphus gets to his room, he'll start to walk in, and then does Ilphus follow him?
Yes.
Cyphus will say, I think it's best if you room with Asta and Rakis.
Not a chance.
Second chance.
No,
God damn. Cyphus will, and then hint to, I really think you should. And then, gesture
I'm not going to. God.
Sorry, I'm sorry, people. There's noise in my house. Cyphus will say, unless you want to
Die.
freeze to death in there, I recommend just sleeping in Rakis' bed since he doesn't need to sleep.
I don't need to sleep either.
But you do realize that when morning comes, the room will be turned to ice. You understand that, right?
It's not that freezing cold.
Proceeds to touch chain.
Shut up. Shut your mouth.
DM,
Sophus' second.
is it that cold? I may ask. If I may ask, is
Is it that cold?
Is it cold?
So, I'll say, if you spend hours just sitting in it, I'll say eventually you will, I'll say for 8 hours of staying in it, you'll take 1 point of cold damage. It's not to the point where it's like your chains where they're made to kill people. It's more or less of an expression of your uncontrolled magic.
I can stay in there easy peasy.
But you do realize, I'm just saying this out of game, if you sleep in there, you reset all your hit points, and then you're in there for 8 hours, you'll wake up with 1 less hit point.
No. I meditate for 4 hours and then I leave.
Elf.
Shit, you're right.
He's a big brain.
I'm a big brain. I play XCOM!
He plays XCOM. He plays XCOM, ladies and gentlemen.
Cyphus will say, fine, if you want to stay in here and
Be cold.
be cold,
The cold doesn't bother him anyways.
Evan, shut up. I want you to stop talking for a bit, okay? Thank you.
I will, but actually I won't.
I like how disappointed you sounded.
I am beyond.
I mean, I would
He
be
made
too.
He made a Frozen joke. Are you kidding me? That is not acceptable.
I guess you could say.
Well,
Evan, I want you to stop talking, please.
Alright. Anyway, everyone enters their rooms. You all get comfortable. You check out the desk. It's very nice.
I am going to
What time is it?
meditate.
It is, at this point, let's just say you get comfortable 4.
Okay.
When we get into the room, Cyphus is immediately going to hold up his hands, have his chains fully extend, and just sit crisscross on the floor with his chains wrapped around him on the floor.
Dang,
I
someone
will
has
sit
the same
crisscross
washing
in
as I do.
Air and
For 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to meditate. And I'm going to do my thing.
Okay.
Hey, Morark.
yes.
Would you mind if I took your armor and that climber's kit for you? I'd like to.
Oh yeah, of course,
spend
of
my
course.
time combining.
So, do you know what his armor looks like by chance?
No.
Okay, well,
What do you
basically, imagine half plate on his legs and arms, but then it's like chainmail woven into his jacket. That's
Okay.
what it is.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
His gloves are kind of like the knuckles will have like a little bit of brass on them, but it's not like they're plate gloves.
All right. Well, basically, what I'm going to be doing to the climber's kit is there's going to be straps, like on the actual inside, in between, the actual like plate and the chain that's
Okay.
sort of underneath, between the two. So the climber's kit will be interwoven into those.
All right. Yeah. So, do you know what comes in the climber's kit?
Not exactly.
Okay.
I imagine some harnesses,
I
as
looked
well
it
as
up.
some pittons.
Yeah, I looked it up. So you basically, what the climber's kit allows you to do is it allows you to anchor yourself. So that way, if you end up falling or missing a check, you only fall 25 feet, and then you don't take any damage instead of falling all the way to your death or something.
Right. Right.
So it's like you get harnesses and you get pittons, and you even get like little things that you can attach to your boots, so that way you can like better hold on to mountainsides and stuff like that.
And what I'm going to be doing is attaching all the harnesses and the, little boot things.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what would Rackus and Aster like to be doing in their room for the next, like, however long you guys want to spend in there?
Wait,
Yeah,
before that
that's a good
happens, quick, when does the food arrive?
When does it arrive?
Okay, so if we want to do that real quick,
No, I just want to know because as soon as like these 3 big plates of food arrive, he'll give one to Raditz, and then he'll just like try to scarf down the other 2.
Oh shit! We end.
Boar.
so, you, Mork, you get a knock at your door.
Just
He'll open it and be like, "Yes."
You open the door,
I didn't say
and you see a short, young elf. He wears very baggy, fancy white clothing with black work pants. And his shirt is embroidered with a emerald on the center of his collar.
Is it a child or is it
No,
a
it's-
man that's short?
It's a matured elf, but he's just shorter. With short, messy
Midget.
hair.
Wow, way to be Cyphus.
Alright,
Hello, sir.
hello.
Is that my food?
Hello.
And he kind of pulls up a tray that he was holding on his lower torso, and you see there's a bowl of kind of fish stew.
Okay.
And the main plate houses a actual 3 slabs of heavy meat and rice atop of it.
Oh, yeah.
He looks at you and he says, "The slabs of meat are from whale."
Tender and juicy is what. And he'll take the plates.
He goes, wait, did you say Vale?
No. It is whale.
The whale. Vale. It is Vale.
So he'll take the 3 plates,
Mm-hmm.
and then he'll say, "Thank you. What is your name?"
Julian Neural.
Oh well, I appreciate it, Julian. I'll be sure to tip you heavily at the end of our stay.
And he smiles and "Thank you." And you see him, he runs back down when you close your door. And you hear the same
yeah.
footsteps go past your door.
I
And the
assume that
clanging
just-
of silverware.
yeah, I think he's just delivering it to somebody else. He'll sit one down in front of Raditz, and say, "I believe it's fish stew with whale, but either way, it looks tasty." And then he'll take the
Raditz
other
is
2
sitting
plates.
on the floor, his warhammer stretched in
There
front
is a
of
desk
him.
and table, by the way.
Yes, he's sitting on the floor.
Okay,
He has the
just wanna give-
armor and the straps from the climbing, or the harnesses
Nice.
on it, and he's sitting with his large warhammer, both hands on it, clasped in front of him, and he sort of has his eyes closed.
I have a question. From the time that we got into the room to now, how long has it been?
An hour.
An hour? Oh, I've been done for a while.
After we eat, Rackus would like to make a trip to the dock.
Okay.
I'm what? Oh.
So, real quick, Cyphus, there's a knock on your door.
Cyphus will get up from sitting in front of the door and open it up.
You see a short young elf wears baggy, fancy white clothing with black work pants, short as
Do
embroidered.
I see as a plate of food?
He does actually have one plate of food, and it has same 3 slabs of meat, rice, and a bowl of fish stew. And on it, however, on the side of the tray, is a paper wrapped something. You can't really tell what it is.
It's a snake!
Cyphus will look back and say, Ilphus, it's for you. And he'll move out of the way.
Okay.
Well, before you take it, he says, the servant says, well, actually, it's on the house from Belfi.
I'm gonna turn around and look at Cyphus with a very confused look.
Cyphus is gonna give Ilphus the exact same look.
It's a wooden dildo!
We're gonna both look at each other like Drake and Josh style. Drake and Josh style, like.
Alright, yeah. Alright, I'll turn back around to face the elf.
I think
Thank you.
I think she says that the food wrapped in the paper is a special gift to you, Cyphus.
Turn around again with a very confused look on my face.
Cyphus is gonna turn back to Ilphus and, give like a surprised look and then look back at the elf and say, "Why, thank you." And he'll place it on the desk and he'll say, "Here." He'll pull out a gold piece, hand it to him, and say, "Share this between you and her."
You see him nod his head, and then he runs back downstairs as soon as you go to close the door. And eventually, you hear, once again, footsteps and the clanging of silverware.
I've closed the door at this point.
Yes.
And as Cyphus closes the door, when he turns to Ilphus, you'll see his eyes are pink.
What, do you know?
Pink. His
you
eyes
know
are pink.
Jay, do you know how, like, when I smile or laugh, I suddenly go to that straight face? That door,
Yeah.
I'm smiling, but then I just immediately glare at you. Like,
Cyphus will turn to Ilphus and go, "What?"
you know, your eyes are kind of like mood rings.
So.
I think I already know what's going on here.
And he'll grab a piece of the meat, take a huge bite out of it with just his hands, and go, "Why are you looking at me like that?"
You know why I'm looking at you like that.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't think I got it.
He'll
Think I
throw the
got
meat
this
back on
far.
the plate. Throw the meat back on the plate, wipe his hand off, and then grab the paper thing and open it up.
Okay. So you unwrap the paper, and you find a dark chocolate bar.
Oh shit!
On the paper itself, on the inside, says, "See me at the bar later tonight."
Ilphus will see Cyphus smile a little bit.
What's on the paper?
He'll crumple it. Nothing.
You just killed a tree, bro!
Dude, you killed the tree.
Cyphus.
You killed the tree in the.
What was the paper?
Nothing. And he'll eat the paper.
Is the paper covered in?
None of your business. And then he'll take the chocolate and he'll
Hide it.
look at it and smile.
So is Cyphus gonna have to roll for constipation later?
It's just
Is he gonna be
Penelope can take
screaming
it.
on the toilet, bro?
He'll break a piece off, then he'll take a bite out of it.
It tastes
And he'll eat it.
good. It's a candy.
Secretly, she poisoned you.
You are now dead.
Cyphus, to me, you've made it painfully obvious that there is something on that, or there was something on that paper before you, ate it first.
No, I just, and you'll see him clearly. I'm gonna roll deception too.
Okay.
He'll say, "No, I like the taste of paper." All right, now what did you roll, Sky? On here,
What am I gonna roll?
Insight.
Insight.
Uh, 15.
18.
Cyphus likes to eat paper.
Wow, I'm
writing that in notes.
My
I'm writing
highest
that in notes
efficiency,
now.
other than intimidation, is deception. I want to make that clear.
So wait, can I still like be like yeah, sure, and be
You
kind of
can
like yeah,
still be
maybe that's
like-
possible.
No, it doesn't make you believe it. It's just like you can't really discern whether or not he's telling the truth or not.
Oh. Huh. Really? Well, what does it taste like? I mean, surely you'd know since, you normally eat it all the time. You put it in with chocolate, so if this is your first time eating it, you can't tell me that tastes like
paper.
No, it's not my first time eating it, and you'll see he'll pick back up the meat, bite into it again, take a big bite.
Okay, then what does it taste like?
Well, as you'd expect paper to taste. So it tastes.
But how does that taste?
Yeah, what does that taste like? Can you give me an example?
Have you ever eaten like really thin cheese? Because that's not what it tastes like.
What
I'm crying. I'm
When I
crying.
first tried it, it was really gross, honestly. But I don't know. You get used to the taste.
While you're in the middle of
so it's like
talking,
certain-
Elphys is going to raise his voice and just say, Cyphus, what was on the paper?
The Do you know the lady at the
Always opening up again.
about?
Evan, shut up. Say that again.
Do you know the lady at the bartender table?
Yeah, I saw her.
Well, I might have smiled at her, and she smiled back, so she sent me these chocolates and told me to meet her later.
I mean, that gold tip was for her.
For both of them.
Right,
You know, I don't like free things.
So. Wait, so did you actually say what was on the paper, or did you just say, do you know about
No, that's on the paper. That was on the paper. I said it was on the paper.
Sorry, what? I couldn't hear you over the.
Oh, I said I'm gonna. Cyphus pretty much said that he's going to meet her later.
Oh.
That's what was on the paper.
Are you sure that's, safe, considering our.
Look. Look at me. Who wants to mess with me? Honestly.
I mean.
You saw that child earlier. Terrifying.
But that was a child.
Yeah. I've seen grown men run from me that way.
But this seems more like a successful attempt at assassination. Especially since you're giving yourself up for this.
Ilphus, I'll be fine.
Well, regardless if you're going to be fine or not, I'm going to accompany you with.
What wingman you are? We'll take a bite of the chocolate and eat it again.
Not a wingman, more of a watchman, you could say.
Okay. So, Aster, is there anything you would like to do when you hear the same knock at your door?
I will prance to the. I will skip.
You open the door and see the same elf holding a tray of 3 plates of food.
I lost train of thought for a minute. Sorry. Hello. Is this food? Yeah. Yeah.
He'll look back at the food.
Yes.
And then look back
I'm
at
dumb.
you.
Sorry. Yes. Thank you. I will take the plates, I'll take 2 of the plates, run over, hand one to Rakis, and run back
Thank you.
and hand him an extra silver. Hand him the guy. I forgot his name again. I didn't write it down. Shit.
Julian.
I'll need to write that down in a second. But I'll hand him an extra silver and ask him to head to the room that has 1 less plate of food.
My idea. To give him extra money. But okay.
No, Ashton likes to tip, but he forgot to tip.
You see him nod. Thank you. Goes back
Nope,
to the
thank
room over, knocks on Cypress's door again.
I think that's you this time. Cypress will walk over to his bed and sit on it and lay across it. But he'll take a piece of the steak, or the meat, and some rice. Are there like extra? Is it in a bowl, the rice?
It's on
Or is
top
it
of the
just-
meat.
It's on top of the meat? Oh, okay. Then he'll just take a piece of the meat and continue eating the rice and meat all at once.
Okay. Ilphus, do you get the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Same elf. He has 1 plate of food, and it's exactly like Cypress's minus the chocolate. He says,
Wait, but how do we know it's the same elf?
How you know it's the same elf?
You said that the same elf opens the door, right? And then the same outfit and everything?
Well, you would know that it's the same, like, Elphus would know it's the same elf because
Yeah.
he's already come by once.
Very true, very true.
I mean, and anyways, it's just so that we all know that it's the same elf to us out of game.
True enough.
and he hands you a plate. He says, this was from the room over, from room 7.
Number 4.
You're...
Good job.
Or 5.
Yeah, I got you. So 3 is Radis Monarch. 5 is Cyphus Ilphus. 7 is Rakis Aster. He said the
Oh, I thought it was 4, 5, and 7. My bad.
No,
Bingo.
I don't think so. If
Oh,
I
it's separated by evens and odds?
it's separated by odds.
I'm saying, like, odds are on one side, evens are on another.
Yes.
Right? Got it, okay. Got it.
From I think this blonde dude, he was kind of very annoying, but here
Oh.
it is.
Aster. That's him. As Cyphus was sitting in the bed, pointing over and eating his food.
Yeah, it's Aster.
Okay, well here you go. He wanted you to have this.
He didn't pay you, did he?
No.
Right. Well, ask him to pay you. He should. And he'll continue eating.
Well he did pay me some coin.
Oh. Well, we're all good then.
Yep. Thank you. I'm going to take the plate. Sit down.
Smokey
Cyphus
comes
has
out.
finished his meat.
Smokey comes out, picks up like a grain of rice, and then puts it in his mouth.
Ah, yes. Baby. You know
The
what,
little
I was
bastard wants some meat.
he went for the rice, not the meat.
Does he want meat?
I don't know. Smokey, do you want meat or do you just want the rice?
Smokey looks at you and he sniffs. Then he runs along your hand, and he like glares at the meat.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Cyphus will watch this.
Yes. He just says yes. I'm gonna set him down next to the meat.
Okay. He begins to
Maybe he
nibble.
wants to swim in your soup.
He his teeth
Like
sink
a little
in.
pool.
His teeth his teeth sink in into the one of the slabs of meat, and he begins to drag it onto the desk.
He chokes and dies. That's 1 hit point.
Evan, can you deafen for a second?
Uh-huh.
Rat stand, rat stand, rat stand, rat stand. Alright, tell him to unmute now. He's literally, what's the rat's name? I forgot. Oh.
The rat's name is literally Rat.
No, that's the stand. They call it
Well, no, the stand is also.
Okay. Anyway,
They're
this doesn't
both
matter.
called Rat.
Doesn't matter.
There's a band called Rat. That's why.
Rackus, you wanted to do something.
Yes, I wanted to head to the docks because it's only like 4 or 5, right?
Like 4:30 now.
Okay. So I ate. Good set. I want to head to the docks.
Okay. Rackus leaves your room, Aster, and you begin walking to the docks. It's kind of slowed down here. The incoming surplus ships versus the exporting amount of ships. It's slowed down by a lot. And what are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for, I guess, like one of the smaller ships, and I'm just kind of asking around for work for the next couple days, or just to freshen myself on the sailing.
So you would know if you were looking for that work. You would talk to the dock master.
Mm-hmm. Is he around?
Yeah, he's still at his stand.
Okay. Do I know his name? I assume I do.
Davrin Ninarn.
Davrin. So you're gonna walk with me. Hi, Davrin. I was looking for a job for the next couple days. Would you have anything?
Well, there are some ships that are of need of repair since Apion has sent some of its ships to attack our trading forces, but we're still getting through to Oban with the supplies needed. So there's a couple ships you could help around and help fix.
Okay.
If you're looking for jobs, there's obviously the tavern board in there that has jobs for people to look at.
I see. I don't know what my party will be doing, so maybe if I do have free time, I wouldn't mind repairing the ships that you said.
And he nods. If that's the case, go to the wood factory over there, and he points to the end of the dock where you met with the figure, and you do see a bigger kind of factory-ish building that you can still hear the breaking of wood happening at.
Okay, I'm gonna head over yonder.
Okay. Together you kind of have to walk through the forest. So you begin walking through. You see some trees are marked. They have like a X across them. That was probably caused with a blade. And you eventually reach the front, of which you see multiple men lifting and cutting trees, and some of them are taking pieces of it and going into the factory. On the other side of the factory, you do see the ocean once more, and there is a little dock out there. And one of the guys kind of walks past you, and are you looking for work?
Yes, I was told to come here for repairs.
Well, get to the other side of the dock. We'll have you start working.
Let's get this bread.
So how long do you want to work for?
Let's get this bread.
So, I don't need to sleep.
No.
But if I work constantly, I'll still get levels of exhaustion?
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait, so how do you get rid of levels of exhaustion?
Long rest.
Short rest
Sleep.
or long rest?
It's a long rest per
But
one level.
wait,
Okay.
so is it you can't sleep or you don't have to sleep?
He doesn't have to close his eyes to sleep. He can do light activities for 8 hours, but he doesn't have to sleep.
Okay.
I guess I'll just work, like, I don't know,
Well, Fiverr did mention getting a drink later tonight, so
Okay. I guess I'll probably work on it 3 to 4 hours.
we'll say
Alright,
4 hours.
Okay.
Roll a woodwork or wood carvers.
And that's just intelligence plus proficiency bonus?
Yes.
Okay. So in total, 16.
Okay. A lot of the men are surprised that you kind of just show up and instantly, like, begin working, and you're working very diligently. And there currently sits a ship that has its mast completely broken, and you begin helping construct the new mast, and you get like 25% of it done in those 4 hours. Before you check out. When you do check out, one of the men will catch you, and they will hand you 8 silver.
Oh, nice. Alright, and then I'll head back to the tavern.
Okay. Is there anything anyone would like to do from 4 to 8?
8 is when Fiverr wants to meet, right?
It's when you will get a knock at your door, or Fiverr will try to find you.
Okay. Mark will eat.
Okay.
We'll eat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do something.
Okay.
I used my artisan's blessing, right, with that 1 hour of time when we got back right at the start.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, your armor's done, Mark.
Oh. Well, thank you. How does it look now?
Spiffy.
Now, when it's interwoven with chainmail. So, if you ever played Star Wars Fallen Jedi Order.
Mm-hmm. Wait, it's Jedi Fallen Order, not Fallen Jedi.
Shut up.
Same thing.
Same difference.
Okay,
Sure.
Boomer.
Aren't you older than me?
You can see that there are now slits on your knuckles where pittons are. And they're not, like, mechanically activated where, it's like not...
Shit out of people,
It's not like Wolverine where you can, like, summon them with, like, a little gesture. Yeah, it's not like shing. It's more that you have to kind of push on them for them to come out, and then they kind of lock.
Okay. I assume, like, the way that it mechanically would work is if I did that, and then I dropped with, like, the pit and release from my glove, and then, like, there's a rope around me that would catch me, or how would that work?
There is a part of your armor where it's like there's little loops now in your armor in which where the rope would go through.
Okay.
So if you had a rope around you and you tied it to somewhere and you theoretically fell, it would catch you.
Okay. Cool. I'll don my armor and stuff again. Does it still fit okay?
Yes, it does.
Well, thank you, Reddits. He's eating.
He going big chunks.
Yeah, you see him, he's kind of just chowing down food. He tries to eat an entire piece of meat at once.
Did I ever get my drink, by the way?
Sorry about that. You get your sweet version of alcohol.
Okay.
Swedish.
How does it taste?
Slightly less bitter than normal alcohol would taste, and it has a tinge of sweetness to it.
This is coming from someone who's never drank.
Yes.
Mike's hard lemonade.
Alright.
You're funny.
How much is it? Is it like a mug or is it just like a little bit?
It's a mug.
Okay, well, Mark will gulp it.
Alright.
And then we'll just slam the tankard down onto his 2 plates that he had. And then he'll look to Reddit and say, I feel like I haven't eaten like 2 or 3 days.
Just because you haven't, dingus. Who did that? Was that you, Sky?
it was me.
Okay. So is for the next 4 hours would
Well,
Yes, yes.
Mark would want to return the plates.
okay. You can
So
take the
he's gonna,
plates down easy enough.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's actually something probably Astro would want.
There is a little tray next to the bar where it has dishes in.
Mhm.
And you kind of just figure they're dirty dishes, so you just place them there.
Dirty dish done dirty cheap.
Dirty dish done dirty cheap.
So
Anyway,
is Fiverr in the bar right now?
not yet. This is before that happened. It's currently 4, and they'll
Okay.
at 8 o'clock there will be Fiverr will start looking for you.
All right. Well, Mark will chill at the bar until 8.
Okay.
He'll just make light conversation with anybody that's like chilling around him, or the barmaid, or the waiters, or anybody.
How long do you stay there for? Until 8?
Yeah, until it's until Fiverr gets there.
At 7 is when you'll see Cyphus walk down with two plates. And when he walks down, he'll just stare at you.
Oh, hello, Cyphus. How are you doing?
He'll look around, a little worried. I'm doing fine.
Oh, good.
Why are you here?
Well, Fiverr said he would meet us here, and I have no. So I'm just waiting for him to show up.
Oh. Thought you would want to, I don't know, wait in the room. No problem?
No, I feel kind of claustrophobic up there. I don't know why, but the past few days it felt like I was,
Yeah, I get you.
just shrouded in, I don't know. But are you?
You can clearly tell that Cyphus is not paying attention. He's looking around. Yeah, I
sorry.
get you.
Sorry to bug you.
Oh,
Just
no, you're fine. You're fine. I'm just,
Nah, It's fine, Cyphus. And he'll just kind of, glance away.
No. And Cyphus will set the plates down, and he'll sit next to him at the bar and say, "No, I'm sorry. That was rude of me."
Well, no,
I
it's
know.
fine. I mean, you're clearly busy. I don't want to distract you.
No, I'm not busy at all. Friends are a priority. And then he'll kind of elbow his shoulder and give him a kind of
Give them a big thumbs up.
a weird looking smile, but you can tell that Cyphus is
He's being genuine.
he's being genuine. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
what's up?
I don't know. I don't know. Everybody's telling me that I did one thing, but I feel like it did the complete opposite. It didn't even feel like we were traveling for 2 days to get here? It felt like a day.
Well, I mean, I would assume that's what mind control does to you.
Well, I wasn't mind controlled. I don't know. It felt like I was doing everything on my own.
It seemed like mind control. Something was making you do something completely out of the ordinary. All you cared about was money. And for a moment I thought, something's not right.
Did I fight any of you?
I wouldn't say you fought any of us, but it was a little unsettling.
Right. Well, I apologize. I don't realize what I said. Maybe I was cranky and I don't know, said stuff that I didn't.
Your mood seemed to change when Ishan showed up. You almost snapped into this mode that, I don't know, you seemed like... You seemed like a zombie.
Well, it seems I am back now, no? Better than ever. Tip-top shape. And he'll kind of like fiddle with his new climbing on his stuff.
Right, let's do that?
Yeah. He said he could have made it, but for some reason I turned it down, and I bought this stuff, but I figured he could at least add it to my arsenal.
Good look. I like it.
Think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. He'll give him like a little pat on the back. So what are you doing down here?
Does Cyphus see the person that he's here to see?
So around this time, walking out of the back room and entering the bartender's table, or the oh my god, what's the table called? The bar. What the hell's wrong with me?
You could
The
say
bar.
the
The bar. Wait, what's
My
happening?
brand!
You see the elf walk out, and he kind of now has an apron on, and he's kind of like shaking drinks now. He's pouring out drinks.
Well, I'm here to see
And then right when you say that, walking out of the back room is Belfie. Oh God, my voice. Belfie, and she's in their same black corset dress. This time her hair isn't messy and held by a stick in her bun. It's kind of braided back, and she clearly has some sort of makeup on. And she walks over to Cyphus and kind of looks him up and down and says, shall we?
we shall.
Before this continues, can you describe her to me one more time?
Sky
Hold it.
is me saying,
Quick,
be
fire
careful,
the John.
be careful.
I'm just saying, because I'm
Can't we get a big-
and watching from afar, and I need to know this description like the back of my hand, please.
Big
You wouldn't mind
busty
reading
lady.
it out. Describe, lady.
She
Big
is,
busty lady.
well, kind of, yes. She is white in ethnicity.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Oh my
Jesus Christ.
Shut the fuck up.
I hate you. I hate everything about you. And she
I
generally...
mean, she's an elf girl.
She's not elf, actually. She's human.
Oh, she's human. I'm sorry. I was thinking of
Ew.
my bad. Yeah, ew.
They like age.
Cyphus aren't
They're like normal.
But legit though, isn't Cyphus a human?
I am a human, yes. I mean, Cyphus is human. Why did I say it like that? No, I am a human. I'm not going back to the dungeon. I'm kidding.
She looks very pretty. I mean, she looks ordinary in the sense that she has no scars across her face or...
Oh, well, I can't say the same.
Carson, continue, please.
She is in a nice black corset dress that has a white outlining around her neck.
Huh.
She has
Okay.
actually short fingernails.
Okay. Akira, okay,
And
gotcha.
is in high heels at the time.
What's the
How
haircut?
tall does she stand around?
She's about like 5'8".
Alright, you may continue. I just needed to know.
So-
Thank you.
So she comes over and then says, "Shall we?" To
To Cyphus,
Fine.
yeah.
All right.
I'm watching all this happen,
And-
and like I'm just kind of watching from afar.
Right in front of me.
Yeah, right in front of you.
All right.
And so, as Cyphus says, we shall, he'll turn to Morak, and his eyes will go from green to a pink, and he'll stand up. Well, it was good
Morak,
talking about it.
Morak, but
Oh, Morax, my bad.
just
That was not in character, by the way. I meant to say.
it's all good. So Morak will just say, just be sure to be back. You know, when Fiverr's here. No,
In an hour. I know.
an hour. Oh, all right.
It's 7 at the time that we're talking.
Yeah, Morak just didn't realize what time Fiverr was gonna be there. He just said, "Meet me." Like,
Oh, I thought he
you know,
said
towards.
typically 8.
No, I'm saying...
What?
The event will occur at 8,
Okay.
but none of you know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say I'll be back in an hour.
All right. Enjoy yourselves, and he'll just kind of like give like a look, and then turn back towards the bar.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Cyphus, I would like you to roll 2 persuasion checks.
2 persuasion checks. Alright, that's a 23. And that's an unnatural 20. I'm pretty damn good at this.
Okay, so you spend...
Looks only on his side when it matters.
You know, are you keeping track of time?
Yeah.
I will be. I am watching.
Wait,
So where do we go?
Question for Ilphis.
Yeah.
Are you like actually following them, or are you sending Smokey after them?
Oh, I'm there. I'm there.
So would Morok see Elphys coming?
Yeah.
The rat is
do-
coming up closer,
A-
but I am still there.
After they leave together with Cyphus and Belfi, you see creeping down the stairs and eventually kind of fast walking to the door is Ilphis.
As he's doing that, it'd be like, Elphys, what are you doing down here?
Look, right now I'm in the middle of something.
Well, what are you doing? Maybe I can
Nothing,
help.
nothing important. Nothing important.
That tells me it's something important. Morok will get up
I'm
and roll
just
his
going
sleeves up.
close door behind
Question
me.
before we continue.
Remember when I ate paper and you were like, "Oh, there's something more significant to that." Yeah, there's something more significant to you going. I gotta go.
Shut up!
So Morok will follow Elphys.
Okay, question.
It's a train.
Where was Aster in this? Because Aster went down to go take the dishes from his room to the the place for the dishes.
That was earlier.
He died.
This happens at 7.
Got it. And that was like 5. Okay.
Yeah, about.
You're not getting involved this time, Evan.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, Aster's gonna just for clarification. Aster's
Morok's gonna
gonna
try
be
and Morok-
practicing his sword stuff.
Okay, Morok's gonna try and catch up to Elphys and like try to like grab him and see like what's going on. Like, hey, what's going on?
It's
So,
it's a bit of a long story, but it started when Cyphus ate paper. I don't want to talk about it. It was a bit disgusting. He put chocolate. It was. I don't really know how to describe it. Like I said, but
Wait, he
this
ate
lady.
paper?
Don't ask. I just told you don't ask. Do you not listen? Don't ask.
I'm not very wise.
Good. Right. So, there's a lady.
I
don't-
not listen.
I don't know, but I really don't trust her. So I'm gonna be keeping an eye on both of them for the remainder of the time they spend together.
Elphys, why? Listen, I understand that you're probably.
Elphys' love interest is in trouble.
Evan! Evan!
That was a good
Elphys is
one.
soon to
That
name.
was a
Elphys is
zinger.
All right.
That was a zinger. That was good.
So, listen, Elphys, I understand that you're probably skittish for your friend. I mean, he's my friend too, but she seems to just be a barmaid. I mean, Drakis knew her. She's been here for a while.
Exactly,
think
that's what she
okay.
seems to be, right? Get where I'm going with this?
Yes, she's been here for a while, it seems. So, I think everything's okay.
I don't think so. I'm just gonna be keeping my eye on them for a bit. Okay?
No, Elphys, give Cyphus some time to himself.
I am. I'm not interrupting anything. I'm just watching from a distance.
Elphys, because you are, actively seeking them and to watch them, you are involving yourself, and that is not leaving him be.
Mark, you involved yourself as well, so please. I really don't want to hear it.
Did I really, or did I just let
You
them go?
followed me.
Yes, because you're clearly up to no good.
Ooh. Ooh, someone's gonna get told on. Ooh.
I'm not going to interrupt them. I'm just going to survey. Okay?
I'm going to observe.
going to
But-
observe.
But it is not your place to observe them. Cyphus can take care of himself. He'll hold out one finger and tap it like a
You
reason.
say that he
to
can
not do
take
this.
care of himself, but have you seen him in those past fights we taken? Every time
Have you
he seems-
seen me? Like
You've been just
these
fine.
these past few days, I've apparently blacked out or something, and I got mind controlled. I mean, I don't know. We're an odd bunch, okay? But I'm pretty sure Cyphus will be okay.
And I'm just going to double check.
Ilphis,
You're not going to change my mind, Morak.
I don't have to. He'll grab him.
What the fuck? This is sexual assault, so if this continues, I'm gonna
No,
scream, but I'm not gonna scream yet.
He's just gonna grab him by the arms, and then pull him in and say, Ilphis, if anybody needs to stay in their room at night, it's you. You can't be wandering around by yourself. You're a prince, for fuck's sake.
I've been out on my own for a long time. I've been out at night all the time. This is nothing.
Ilphis,
Morak?
you're a high priority target. If somebody wants to get you, all they have to do is get you at the point in time where you're wandering around at night by yourself.
You understand?
And that's what
Cyphus
your
is-
attack. I'm kidding.
is also a high priority target. Did you not hear him back at the tent a while back?
No, I didn't.
Alright, well, I'll spare you the details, but essentially, people that are after me are also out to get Cyphus. And
By
it
the
only
way,
makes
real
sense
quick-
if we watch each.
Lucky, how far, like,
This
how long-
conversation, they are gone.
Okay, Mark will let him go and say, okay. And then he'll walk back into the tavern.
And roll investigation. mother-
Oh, I
Yes,
gotta
it's
roll
time to
investigation?
search for clues to realize, which bedroom are they in?
Alright, time to use my.
Also, Cyphus, roll for sex.
PP stuff.
Roll for dexterity and constitution. It's a constitution saving throw, actually. Bam!
I got an unnatural 23 for investigation.
Okay. So
Minus all the headgear.
you obviously know how to track them, but going along,
Just listen to the chains, that's it.
one thing catches you off. As you're following them and you pass by an alleyway, you see, and at this point they're inside of you. They're down the street. But as you're passing by this
They're where?
alleyway, you look down the
They're
alleyway.
in sight of him.
You see drops of blood that go through the alleyway.
Oh no! Oh no!
Alright, do I roll investigation? I want to keep going because I want to follow this trail of blood.
Okay.
You are the worst Sherlock Holmes in history, I'm gonna be
You
honest.
begin to follow the blood trail, and it gets more and more serious. And oddly, roll perception real quick.
Am I not gonna actually play out my date? I'm just gonna.
Give me a minute! Jesus
Okay,
Christ!
thank you.
22 unnatural.
22 unnatural. By the end of when you get to this building, you look behind you and you see that these blood trails have vanished. And you look in front of you and you see on this kind of abandoned shack, there is a pole that sticks out forward.
Getting some really, really, really big Part 4 vibes right now. Should I turn off? I probably shouldn't.
And and you follow this, and there's one thing that catches you very much off guard.
Oh no. What is it, Carson? Tell me.
You recognize the white scales, the blue eyes.
Oh my.
Wait!
As
She polymorphed into him!
you can see, Jinfris, the white dragonborn, is impaled atop of this pike that stands
Evan,
out
I need
from
you to
these...
deafen for me real quick.
God damn it!
Don't say anything, Sky! Don't say anything! You still can't!
Evan?
This is a live
Evan.
stream!
Evan, I need you to deafen.
Spoilers for the stream, you can't.
Okay, well, deafen the stream.
No.
Say it in the chat and then delete it immediately. And then have Devin just know. That's really funny. That's really funny.
And one thing is very much off-putting to you. As you're looking at his
Fucking dead, bro.
as you're looking at his body, you see written on the kind of slanted-in roof in his own kind of darker bluish blood. We have found you, Pryekeeper.
I got you.
With baby.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
No,
oh
with
god.
baby.
And
Okay.
I would like everyone to deafen, just for 5 minutes.
Okay, I gotta be right back in his...
No! What is wrong? What have you done? I hate you.
So, John, can you leave the room?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Call Darian real quick and talk to him. I wasn't here to pick him up.
Please.
Hold on a minute, Sky.
Oh my god! 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 This actually gives me chills.
No rush.
Okay.
I'm actually freaking out right now.
So, Ilphus, as you stand there and you read it, you kind of hear this kind of giggle from inside the shack. And you see skipping out of the shack is the same very small tiefling that you saw in the stables earlier. And she skips out towards you, and her tail is swinging, and her wings are kind of flapping around, and she stops. But that isn't the only figure that comes out. The 3 other tiefling you encountered today also walk out of the tavern, or the abandoned house.
Elvis is
And
going to step back from them and just be like visibly like shaking.
when you attempt to step back, you kind of bump your head into something, and you turn around and you see this tall, fiendish 11-foot creature standing behind you, and he looks down at you and he smiles. We found you, Pryekeeper. It's time to go home.
Hi. How are you?
And he looks towards the small tiefling. Inaba, get ready to infiltrate the rest of them. I'll take them home personally. And he reaches towards you. Ilphus, what would you like to do? Actually, Ilphus, roll initiative.
Oh shit! Damn, dude, you're really pulling out all the stops for me here, aren't you? That's an 8.
Okay. Let me pull up something real quick. Like, I need to pull up something real quick. There's my dice box. Alright, so let me roll this die 20 real quick. Okay. So I will say, for terms of narrative, Ilphus, you'll go first.
All right.
What would you like to do?
All right. I play XCOM. I gotta think about this. Okay. So they said they're going to infiltrate the rest, right?
Yes.
Holy shit. All right. Now, there's a secret family technique that's been passed down for generations. And I think I would like to run back where I came from Nagandeo! Smokey!
Okay.
Because my rat actually his name's Smokey.
So, give me only 1 minute here.
Am I allowed to shout and run at the same time?
Yeah, you can attempt to shout.
I'm going to yell out, Cyphus, it's a trap!
To which, you yell that out, and what direction do you run? Because currently, the big kind of devil stands in the alleyway. So do you run to the left down the street or to the right down the street?
I run down left.
Okay. You turn and you do get an attack of opportunity from the demon, unless you want to take your action to disengage.
Yeah, I'm disengaging, yeah.
Okay. So you begin running. Is there anything you'd like to do for your bonus action?
Can I send Smokey out as a bonus action?
Yeah, you can.
I'm running down the street. I'm gonna look up at Smokey and just say, "Listen, bud, you gotta go find Cyphus or somebody, okay?" And I'm gonna toss him to the side
Okay.
and hope that he keeps running.
So you throw Smokey. Hold on. And Smokey begins just bolting.
Good.
He kind of slips under the devil's leg and he keeps running down the alleyway. That is your turn. You're 30 feet away from them right now.
All right.
The one who had a satchel over his shoulder and kind of had a button click over, or not, it was able to clip together. You see him take out a spell book, and as he does this, he takes out a dagger as well, and he cuts his wrist, and you see flying from his wrist as he utters an invocation are these waves, these wavy tendrils of blood that fly towards you. I would like you to make a either dexterity acrobatic saving throw, or dexterity saving throw. Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's a 7.
Okay. These blood tendrils wrap around your legs and yank you down. And you kind of hit your face against the cobblestone floor, and I'll say, for dramatic purposes, your spellbook kind of goes flying out in front of you.
All right.
And that is his turn. The small one will kind of hop and skip in front of you as you're pulled down and held. And she'll kind of close her eyes and smile into your face once more. And she'll say, "I'll have the job of infiltrating them. You're looking at the person who will murder the rest of your friends."
Ilphus, by this point, is, of course, he's shaking a bunch. His breath is very shaky. You can feel they're all demons, right? Or are they just
Well, this one appears to be, for out of game purposes, a smaller, think like halfling version of a tiefling.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, it can clearly see my stress and my fear as she talks. It says that. So I'm just gonna continue to kind of break free.
Okay. I would like so she will, at this point, will take a dagger out, and she'll look at you and she'll smile. Her eyes are still closed, and she'll raise it up in the air, and then she'll kind of go for your left eye. I would like you. So before she does so, she says, "Now use that ability to change fate to save yourself." And she kind of begins to throw, or kind of stab, or move to stab your left eye.
Okay. So, I'm assuming you're gonna roll the hit, yeah?
Well, yes. However, did you roll your portent rolls?
I did. I believe I sent them to you. 7 and 15.
Okay. Well, judging from the little.
I also have luck. Forget since it's a combat
I
roll.
know. I know. It is a combat roll. So would you like to use one of your portent rolls, or would you like her to make her re-roll?
I'm gonna use my portent roll just to be safe, because I just kind of just want to do that.
So she'll go for you, and all of a sudden, as she gets towards your face with the dagger, your eyes shoot their golden stars, and her blade kind of, you see it kind of break as she kind of stumbles a bit and hits the floor with the dagger, and her hair kind of goes a mess, and she begins to just cackle. At which point, you hear the devil's heavy footsteps in the cobblestone pavement getting closer to you. And he stands over you, and he reaches down. Hold on. I would like you to... hold on. So, Cyphus,
Yes.
as you're going on this date, you're having a wonderful time. And she is honestly very nice.
Yay.
And she asks you a couple questions about where you came from, and you venture out into, you walk out a bit into the forest. You see some kind of blue fireflies fly across into the forest, or deeper into the forest, and overall you have a very nice time. And she says that she has to go back to work, and she reaches to give you a kiss on your cheek, and she grants you one. And she begins to walk away back towards the bar, and you kind of stand there for a moment. You turn to your left, and you see running towards you is Smokey. And Smokey gets closer to you and closer to you. And then you see Smokey kind of stop and then poof into dust. Now go
Is
back
she
to that
still
other
looking?
chat. No.
She's not.
I hate you so much, Carter!
Ilphus, Ilphus, as he stands over you, and they all kind of begin to cackle and laugh, they kind of reach out and hold each other's hands, and the big devil kind of puts his hand on your back, which is massive. It covers your entire back.
Jesus.
And he kind of gives a bellowing laugh. Let's go home. And with that, the wizard, presumably, of the group finishes casting his spell, and you all vanish. And you wake up in these chains that kind of hold you against this wall, and it's dark. You can't see where you are. And you look at these chains, and briefly you attempt, and it's dark even if you have dark vision, you attempt to cast some sort of spell you can think of to lighten up the room, and you feel it begin to go off, and then as the magic kind of leaves your hands, the chains glow bright yellow, and your magic kind of fades and then goes back into your hand and into the chains. And you don't know where you are. And Ilphus Pryekeeper is gone. Somewhere. Sky, if you would like to leave the Discord, you can leave and I'll continue the game and we'll chat later.
Okay. It was nice playing.
Can you get them to come back real quick?
Yeah.
This ain't fucking fun. I am no longer having fun.
What's happening?
I'm having loads of fun. This is.
I'm scared of what's happening.
Okay. So, Cyphus.
Yeah.
Your
Little fucking
date.
rat just.
Yep. Your date is gone. She went back to the bar, and you can see her still walking away. And as you look at this rat that exploded into dust,
So it walked up and just like that.
well, it walked up, then froze, and then exploded.
Froze as in it froze still,
It stood still,
or
yeah.
it was a thing of ice. Okay.
And behind it, actually, now looking at where the dust fell, you see small little blood drops from the rat that lead in a path.
What?
You'll see Cyphus's fists will clench. His shackles, he'll drop them to the floor and whip them, and his eyes will glow red.
Do you follow the drops of blood?
Of course.
The white in his
So
the white in his pink eyes leave.
you begin to follow these drops of blood, and you turn around a corner, and you see this abandoned house, and you see the dragonborn Jinfris impaled upon of it, and you see the words written in blood, "We found you, Pryekeeper." And you see this blank floor, except for you see Ilphus's spellbook on the floor, and nothing else.
What? Cyphus will walk over and pick up the spell book and look at Jinfris. And he'll look around and see if he can see anything.
You
Are there
cannot
any-
find.
There's nothing else?
You can't
Or
find.
should I roll
anything.
like investigation?
If you'd like to, you may.
Okay. Damn it, only an 11.
Okay. So, you attempt to judge the situation. You enter the abandoned house, and all that appears to be in it is just dirt flooring and kind of it looks like a shack that's kind of bent inward. The blood kind of seeps in from Jimfris's dead body, and you can't really find anything. For all you know, Ilphus Pryekeeper has vanished.
Cyphus will you'll see his hands start to shake. With the
He
book
went
in
in the
hand.
forever box.
And Cyphus's eyes have now turned full black. And he starts to look around the room. He'll grab the book tighter and walk out. And he'll head back to the tavern.
Okay. I'll say at this point it's 8 for the event to occur. At which moment...
Yeah, everyone's gone down to the first floor.
Yeah, everyone's at the first floor. At this point, the door kind of slams open and walks in Fiverr, and he has the Lumagrax baby kobold in his hands. And
What?
he walks up to you guys and he says, I couldn't find Jinfris. I found Lumagrax, but I couldn't find him. Is everyone here? You're not there yet.
Okay.
He's
Let me know
talking
when I
to,
walk in.
He's talking to the party right at the bar.
Yeah.
Cyphus is out doing something.
And,
Yeah, Cyphus went on a date. Ilphus followed him, as far as I'm aware.
Okay, well, it should be fine. I trust Jinfris to be back, but I need Ilphus to look after his child if he doesn't come back. And he'll move towards the bar and he'll sit down. And he'll kind of hold the baby still. At this point, the tavern's quieted down. It's not as rowdy as it would be earlier in the day.
Right.
And he looks at Morak and he says, "Do you want to know the real reason I was banned from the Cathedral of Tiana? Why I was
Yes.
thrown out?"
Esther, he's asking me.
Oh, well, I'm here, but hi. And yes, I'm curious personally. So,
Well, do you want everybody else to know, or just me?
It's important that before we go on this journey, to Skull's Keep or whatever, that your trust in me is high. And
Well, yes.
I want to be open to all of you, and I do owe you my life multiple times.
All right. Well, what?
I killed Iltis. That's what I'm waiting for Fiverr to say right now.
Well, what did? Why did you get banned from the church then?
I think I'm part of the reason of why the group that Sean Cunnings is a part of has and started learning about the black liquid. When I was younger and Alexander was younger, we were good friends, and this man tempted me, and he told me that Tiana lied to me and he could offer me so much more through his god. And at the time, no one talked about him. We're talking 100 years ago at least. And all he said he needed was one of our vials. The Church of Tiana keeps a vial, yes, but that's not the only vial that was there. There used to be more. There used to be 10, 20, and I took all but one with me when he rendezvoused with me, and Alexander caught me in the act, and he reported it to the previous high priest, and I was thrown out.
The previous high priest. Who was that?
Well, he went by Lucius, and I think he was Alexander's father, but they cast me out then, and that's why I was in Lyvern. I felt very responsible for what I had done, and I wanted to find at least some sort of tie to whoever I gave it to.
But besides that, I'm sorry to. They housed how many of these vials?
They used to own 10 or 20.
Did the black liquid exist before them, or did they just have it?
He kind of ponders for a moment and he says, the black liquids existed as long as we know. It's just Skull's Keep, as we call it, used to be an island that inhabited the Fifth Kingdom. This is ancient we're talking, and one day great calamity struck, and the inhabitants of the island were turned into this liquid that messed with people who consumed of which. And
Wait, like the inhabitants they fucking melted?
yeah, I mean, that's as far as we know. I mean, I don't know the true story, but
Wait a minute, does Astor know how to swear?
more importantly, that's been around since, well, according to the Church of Tiana, before and when the gods were still creating this world. The island only erupted 500 years ago, but now forever, and since it's just been oozing out this black liquid, and we've kept it under wraps, at least tried to,
But I thought we were supposed to be destroying any of it without our hands on it. Why were we keeping it?
because we can't actually destroy it. At least in that sense. It when a creature consumes enough of it, they turn into an ore, which is an anomaly we don't understand yet, but we've just
I
been
take out a piece of my parted onyx.
yes, like that. We've been throwing any slight bit of it back into Skullkeep to where it can stay. No one has to know about it.
But clearly other people know about it because that is where we are being sent.
Exactly, and that's what concerns me. I think.
Well, I can't go to the island, then I need to go back and report to the church.
Then perhaps I should go and do that. I think you should look into the island, not necessarily take any back with you, but look into the island, see what you can find. I'll go back and inform the church. It's
Mark's gonna roll insight on Fiverr. Like
Okay.
how? That is 18 plus so 9. How does he look?
distraught. And when he speaks of going back to the church, he seems truthful.
I'm sure about that part, but does he seem intent on leaving?
He seems intent on trying to. It's difficult because he's intent on leaving, but he's intent on doing that for a purpose. If you allude to the conversation, so.
Yeah, I
it's-
know Like I know he's doing it for a purpose, but I don't know what the purpose is. Is Mark's saying he can just go himself? Besides, he was going to say that he has other things he needs to ask anyways. And he's wondering if like Fiverr's trying to prevent him from leaving or something.
Okay. It's not necessarily that he's trying to prevent you from leaving. He just thinks you're better off not wasting your time and going back. And since Fiverr is essentially trying to put himself in front of you in terms of going back.
Listen, Fiverr. I think you need to stay here and look after your comrades.
I don't have any left.
What do you mean?
Jinfris is gone. I haven't been able to find him. All I have is the baby he was looking after. And at which point, Cyphus, you open the door to the tavern.
Cyphus!
You have a good time?
You guys
How
can
does he
see in his hand, he's clutching, and kind of little ice crystals are forming around his hand of Ilphis' spellbook.
Upon seeing that, Mark will go.
This?
Well, he'd see that, and Mark will go, I fucking knew it. And he'll storm out of the tavern, and as he's doing that, he'll ask Cyphus, where?
I'll show you. That in Jinfris.
I follow.
Fiverr stands up and follows.
Aster is going to also but Aster is going to go. Sick'em.
As we walk, I'm gonna turn to Morak, and you'll see that his eyes are his eyes are almost full black at this point, and he'll say, "I'm going to kill whoever did this."
You and me both.
Agreed.
Let's kill him.
You guys approach the scene once more, and hanging on a pike of an abandoned shack is the white dragon-born Jinfris, who has been impaled by a long stick. And written on the shack is the words in Jinfris's blue blood: "We have found you, Pryekeeper." And Fiverr walks up and kind of reaches out his hand and kind of takes it away. And he, without looking, he kind of turns his shoulder to Morark, looking at the floor, and he says, I have to go back. You should find...
You are going nowhere. And he'll turn to Fiverr and point at him, holding Ilphus's book.
And Fiverr will turn to you, and you see tears are starting to well up in his eyes. And he says, you don't know what we have been talking about.
And you don't know what I've been through. That boy means everything to me. I need him alive.
Typhus, I don't think Fiverr was responsible.
I don't think he is either. But you're part of this. That kobold, he loved it. And Cyphus is... The hand that Cyphus is pointing with is starting to shake violently.
You are the last of your group, Fiverr. Maybe it is better that you come with us. Or rather, we go with you.
I'd like the group to make a persuasion check.
The group is making a persuasion check.
What are we making a persuasion check for?
I'm sorry.
I meant like one person gets advantage on this persuasion check. Sorry, let me clarify.
I'm letting Cyphus roll for both.
Oh, so I have advantage?
Yes.
Okay, so it sounds like Cyphus is speaking.
I had 13, that sucks.
With
I rolled a 7
advantage?
and then an 8. Yeah, 7 and an 8 I rolled.
Okay.
He says, but where do we begin? There's no traces. There's nothing.
Cyphus turns to the shack,
How?
pointing
Question.
with
How?
Ilphus's book in his left hand. He'll point to it and say, "There. That's where we start."
Can
How
you
old does the
roll
blood look?
investigation real quick, JJ?
Sure.
How
Or
old is the blood?
perception, either one.
Perception? It's the same, so I got a 10. I got an 11.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's an 11.
It's not hard to miss, but while you've been clutching this book and you kind of briefly look down at it, you can see there's a small drop of blood coming out of it, and it kind of hits the floor. The cobblestone floor. It's red.
They're inside the book.
Wait a minute.
And do you open the book?
Yeah.
You see written on the farthest back page in blood is, they are called the Bloodhounds.
Well, we got a lead.
And it's also, it continues, I don't know where I am. And it's kind of writing itself in a way.
What? Like right now?
Yes.
Whoa.
I don't know where I am, and I can't see.
Look at his fucking eyes, dude.
It's like Blevin.
They took, I think, and it kind of stutters a little bit. It writes I multiple times, and then it says,
What is it?
I think they took my eyes. There's a comma, and then I can't use fate anymore. And they were hired by my dad.
At this point, Cyphus is now crying.
And at the bottom
How far-
it says, and it's kind of jaggedy in the way it's writing. It's
Oh God.
Cyphus look after the baby kobold for me? And then, at the messiest handwriting possible, it writes, "Goodbye, my brothers."
Morok,
Give
give me your sword.
Which one?
Anyway,
I hand Cyphus the sword that I made from work.
Cyphus will hold out his arm, and he'll say, "Cut it."
I cut it.
And Cyphus will smear his hand across the open wound, and he'll write in his own blood on the opposite side of the page, "Goodbye, blood brother." And he'll close the book. He'll turn to the party, drop it. "Let's go get this son of a bitch."
And let's end the session there.
I wish to. Just as a side note, while everyone's walking away, I wish to sleight of hand just grab and pocket Cyphus's or Ilphus's spellbook.
Okay. Is anyone?
Well, Mork wants to bury Jinvers.
Okay. Well,
I'm
that's
not walking
fine.
away right now.
We can discuss what we want to do next time.
Yes.
But that is it. Oof, that hurts. But we'll be streaming again next Saturday, same time.
Are we going to be streaming next Saturday?
Are we?
Nate, do we have a...
I mean, I'm sure we can make it work out.
Okay. If not, you just won't be there.
We'll make it work out. Damn it.
Okay.
Okay.
To be determined.
Thank you for watching if you're watching, and goodbye.